Hello. I just finished gobbling some soup. How I ruined my life. Look, is what we're getting to. I don't even know the time. There you go. I don't even know the time. So first of all, I don't know what the time is. Second of all, it's probably getting to 12. I've just finished having breakfast, basically, which isn't breakfast, it's lunch. And yeah, I don't have any plans today. I didn't sleep last night. I've been up. I think I started to doze off around 4, but then my boy woke up at 4, so yeah, I've been awake since then. Easy out sleeping, but I've got something to do in like, I don't know, about 40 minutes, which I have to be awake for because I'm doing it, so I can't sleep. So by the time I'm gonna go to sleep, he's gonna be up, and then yeah, I'll just wobble through the day really until bedtime. Hope that I can sleep.
Today on GloTalks, we are honoured to welcome a woman whose story is nothing short of extraordinary. A woman who has lived 1,000 lives boldly, unflinchingly, and with a redemption that radiates power. Through the lens of YouTube, she didn't just share her story, she exposed the wounds, broke the silence, and gave language to pain women carry in secret. She made her past a platform, she made her mess a message, and in doing so, she gave every woman watching permission to heal. Middle child, married woman, mother, she's here, she's healing. Hello, Riva. Welcome to GloTalks.
Thank you for having me.
No, of course, man. Anytime, every time. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. First podcast ever, but back on the screens. I mean, like
100.
at my house on my sofa, sitting with someone else. It's been a long time.
No, it's good. It's good to have you here, man. Obviously, you're a big content creator, or you was a big content creator. I see a lot of what would you call it? Like self reviews.
Yeah, it's almost like a live self journal in a way, like me journaling, but audio, an audio visual journal basically, and self reflection, accountability, responsibility, vulnerability.
Definitely, I've seen 100%. I've seen a lot of accountability on your content. You cut deep with some of the things you say. Like your content is very raw, it's very personal, and I'm sure it resonates with a lot of women who doesn't speak out about the things that you speak out about.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I wanted to say about the whole woman thing. Yeah, I never see my content as like mainly for women.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really like everybody. As in parents, men, young boys, women, obviously, because I'm a woman. Even in a way, like indirectly speaking out for children who can't like advocate for themselves because they're so young. But my story will speak to parents and other siblings in a way to hear the voice of a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old.
100.
So my content is widespread for everybody, like everybody. Women is the last, if anything, the last on their plate.
No, and that's exactly why I'm honoured to have you here today, because it is your story that really cuts deep with me. Like, you've been through a lot of triumphs, trials and tribulations, ups and downs, and I'm sure a lot of kids, women, even men are going to hear your story today and really resonate with you.
Yeah, that's what I hope for.
So let's start at the beginning then. Let's take it back, Riva. Like, tell me a bit about yourself. Where did you grow up? Where was you born?
So I was born and raised in Broadwater Farm, Tottenham, North London. So we're in a 2-bedroom flat. At a point, there's like 7 of us, 9 of us in there.
Yeah.
So we've got my parents, we've got the children, and then obviously you have family come and stay over as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's what we know is lovely, it's cool, whatever we're doing our thing. And what was it like living there?
Yeah, Broadwater Farm,
What was
because
it
Tottenham
like
is
Farm?
it's got its own name right now.
It's got its own name completely.
Yeah.
And what it was like for me was very jungle life. Like,
I could imagine.
So I'm out all the time. I'm just out.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a little estate, so you can't go that far.
Yeah.
You're just around. Them times your parents will allow you, they'll send you to the shop far away. As a 7-year-old, everything was easy. So being around in the estate is easy.
Yeah.
So I was just out a lot, running around, being free, no restrictions. But what did have an impact on me, because you got the Africans, the Ghanaians, and then you had the Caribbeans.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to say Jamaicans. Everyone say Jamaica. No, there's Caribbeans. Like, there's many more other types. So it was us two there.
Yeah.
And outside my window, you have like the Caribbeans chilling in front of the shop, blaring out Sizzler and all that. So like, I love Sizzler, K-Put and Bike, like all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's where I picked it up from. And style, fashion, like, no offense, I don't know if they take offense to it, but the yardie ladies, you know, I love their style from young. I've always wanted a little tattoo here and a little tattoo there, and I like the colours and all that. But obviously, when I tune back in and I lay down in my, you know, I'm sitting down in the sofa, I'm in an African environment.
Yeah, Ghanaian.
It's different. No tattoos, no sizzler, no nothing. So looking out the window is that world. Looking in, you know, at home is this world.
Would you say it was strict for you, like, growing up when you was in the African household?
You know what? There was strictness, but my parents were not ridiculously strict. Like, I've heard some strictness. And I feel like my dad, he was quite exposed. He went to school in Amsterdam. So I'm pretty sure he's had a little something who may not say. So he's been out there. My dad wasn't necessarily, he is from a strict background. He did say his dad was strict, but not necessarily religious. So there's, you know, if you're not religious but you're strict,
it's not
what your parents might be strict about. There's still wiggle room to do other things.
Definitely.
So my dad, I feel like he understands the game. So he knew I've got to put my children right. But I can't be too much on their necks because life's real. Yeah, they got to shape themselves too. As I've gotten older, I've understood that more. Because I'm sure there was times my dad saw me and knew, this girl, she's just gone and done this, or she's just come from this place. Or, but he would watch me, give me a look like I know, but he won't jump on me. And I had that room to go through certain situations and kind of come out of them smoothly. But there were times where, absolutely, my dad would look at me and be like, don't you ever leave this house again without calling. If I'm not here, call me and tell me you're going out before. It'll last a few days and then I'll be back on it again.
Did you, where was your mum in all of this? Was she in the house as well?
My mum was right there. But my mum, she's quite chilled. So literally she'll sit back on the sofa and she's just watching everything. You know what I'm saying? And but she was also a safe space. Like, she was home, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
And that's important. Like, if your mum doesn't represent home, can get quite 100% quickly. Yeah. You need a soft room. You need room for some softness. So my mum definitely played that role. Yeah, she did. So so that was what it was like growing up. A lot of contrasts, which I had to juggle.
So you had a lot of siblings. You said there were 7 of you in the house.
Yeah, so there's 5 girls, 2 boys. We've gone through some transitions because 2 of our siblings were not with us from the day I was born. They kind of joined us later. So that was a transition as well. It was a new family dynamic. So now I'm actually answering this question. I'm realizing, my life's never really been just steady. It's always been. I mean, no one's life's that steady, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
100.
Some people, couple, siblings, one house, they've always stayed there. But for me, it's like we went here, went there, different sibling and all that. So
So obviously you're growing up at home. Your dad's more like onto you, making sure you're safe when you're going out. Your mom's a bit more relaxed. You got 6 other siblings, including yourself. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
So As of today, I'm 32 years old.
It's your birthday today?
No. As of like today, as I sit here, I'm 32 years old.
Okay.
I'm 32.
Okay.
I'm 32.
So you're 32. Where are you in the rankings of your siblings?
So I'm smack bang in the middle. There's 3 above me, 3 underneath me. So
did you feel like you had some sort of responsibility towards your younger siblings?
Responsibility is a serious word. So when I'm young, I didn't see it that way. But now I'm older, there was something in my brain that was like, these 3 are underneath you.
Yeah.
So do your job.
Yeah.
And I tried in little different ways, but they're good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very proud of them.
Yeah.
They make me feel proud because they're good. And like obviously you're young, you're doing your thing. Sometimes you got to take care of them, watch them, and all of that stuff. And I remember I used to take 2 of the younger ones underneath me. I don't know where we were going. I think we were just going to the shop or something. All right, come with me.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I did this to them, but we used to have to climb over these big hills, right, to get to the shop.
Yeah. And
when we would climb to the top of the hill, and there was 2, and I used to tell them, there's 2 big giants that have been buried under the hill. That's why it's big like this.
Yeah.
And used to be like,
Getting a
so I was like, we got to run over it quick before the giants get up. And they used to be so frightened. Now I got to think,
no, it gets
what was that about? Like, but that's just me using that big sister. You're trying to find yourself in it. Like, yeah. So that used to be funny. I just hope it didn't impact them in a negative way too much.
Growing up in an African household, I remember when my uncle used to have like a belt and he used to say, "Oh, it's a snake. Like, don't touch it." But it's like that was like a threat for me. So I knew like if he picked that up, I was either in trouble or something. So it's like we use things to like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to kind of guide
the
thing.
Guide the thing. Without even guiding it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, parents do that a lot. It's like another language, because you know children, the way they take in info is a bit different. So sometimes, if he's sitting down talking too much to you, he's going over your head.
Yeah, you gotta be descriptive.
That one works quick. That's a snake. Don't touch it. You know what? That reminds me of a time, it was finished school. I was in secondary school. Yeah. And we all used to go and chill in some spot. And then one young guy was driving by on his bike. And then he's approached all of us. We're all girls, you know. And he's trying to threaten us and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And he goes to me, I'm wearing a chain. There was a chain I used to wear. Nothing flashy. It was a standard chain. I almost put it together. Like I found a pendant somewhere, got the chain, put it together, and I've created this thing.
Yeah, straight.
And he's trying to take the chain from me. Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I can't really scrap like you're, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100.
And I can see that you're on it. So I said to him, all right, you know what? If you want to take my chain, you can take it.
Yeah.
But if you take it, it's going to turn into a snake at night when you take it.
He gave it back?
He never took it. What? He didn't take it off me. I said, if you want it, you can have it, but it's going to turn into a snake.
Yeah, I'm not on that.
All my bedrooms, like, obviously, they've never heard me. Like, they're thinking, whoa, like, you've been rolling with me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, 100.
But we were all at risk. And out of all of them, I was like our final chance, because you get me, and I was just like, okay, I've got to think on the top, because he was proper harassing us, and that just reminded me of that. Like, it just came on the top of my head. Anyway, later on, me and him became bedrooms and everything.
It gets like that. We'll probably get to that later on. But tell me, like, growing up in Broadwater Farm as a female, coming out to the estate. You said it was a small estate, but I've actually I used to live in Tottenham as well.
Okay.
Lordship Lane, right opposite Broadwater Farm. So I know the area well, I know the estate well. And when I went there, I didn't think it was a small estate. It looked massive.
You're right. Technically, it's not small. You're right. It isn't, but I guess it's small to me because I know it. It's home. But you're right, it's not small. If you don't know when you get there, you can get lost.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
true. That's true.
So tell me, like, obviously coming out of your house, just to play out, and what was that like for you? Because obviously Broadwater Farm has had a reputation from back in the day since the police riots. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So for me, what we had to juggle with, we used to have the bad boys on the block. We had songs for them. Right, we say, I can't sing, I can't.
Don't sing it. What's the words though?
The thing is, I can't even say the song because it's proper got their names in it. It's
is it like that?
You say the guy's name, then you say boom boom, then I don't know how it came up, but that was a song, like.
Yeah.
So we basically laughed that off, but it was a serious thing. These are guys that threaten us. If we see them, we want to run.
Yeah.
We got a song for them. Then we had a madman on the block called Batman. He used to just bop around.
Batman.
Yeah, his name was Batman. So we always had to juggle him. When you see Batman now, you got to, work yourself out.
Obstacles.
Then you got, like I said, all that, like the bad man chilling in front of the block that used to come with his own thing. Sometimes my dad's getting us ready. We all go downstairs to the car. We're about to leave to go church. Then my dad comes back to the house and you can hear him telling my mum, they've smashed the car window again.
They used to smash the car window.
So I'm seeing that, I'm picking it up. I'm like, that car's been damaged again, And you're thinking you're hurt for your dad, you're hurt for your mom, you're trying to work out why. Like, why does that happen? Like, what's going on? Yeah. Then you get older and you're hearing your dad say it again. This time you're understanding more because he's starting to say stuff like, they've taken the radio. Another thing is your dad parks the car and you see now he takes out the radio and hides it. So you're looking at, dad has to keep. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So these are the type of things that we're juggling. Now, one of the other things we had to juggle was there was like a gentleman that there was this, it was a little bit run down, a bit scruffy. And there was a story on the block about him that, I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't a good story. So one day we're playing out and he comes out. Yeah. And then everyone runs because that's just what we do. The boogeyman or whatever. So we all run. Yeah. But I didn't run for some reason because this is the first time I've seen him. Yeah. And me, I'm a bit danger prone. Like So I've stopped to look at him. I'm thinking, you're the guy everyone's talking about. So he comes to me and he goes, I need some oil and rice. I'm hungry, I'm broke, I need thing. So I say, all right, follow me. Let's go to my house.
You brought him to your house?
So I take him to my house.
You're definitely danger prone.
So see my series, 10 Ways I Ruined My Life.
Okay, I'm gonna do this off the top. My battery is low. So yeah, if it cuts, obviously I charge it, whatever. 10 ways that I ruined my life. Number 1, where do I begin?
That's like when I'm older, but you're right. If I go into like my hardcore history, you know that this has just been me. So it wasn't by chance I've ended up with all these stories. It's just how
100.
God's made me to be. So I take him to the house. I knock the door. I'm like, wait. My mum comes. Now my mum's like, oh my days, this girl, what's going on? I'm opening the door. My little daughter's here with this big man. Yeah. She's looking at me. I said, Mum, he wants oil and rice. Yeah. She's looking at him, thinking.
She must have thought.
Yeah.
You did not just bring this man to my house.
You did not. No, and it's not the first time. There was one time I took my younger brother with me and we walked like up through Tottenham Harrow. So imagine going from Farm all the way to Seven Sisters. I was like 7 years old. He was 5. Got to walk to my dad's office. My dad opened the office. He was like, what? Okay. And I thought he was going to be proud of us. I'm like, Dad, we're here. Yeah. He was like, oh my days, this is girl. Yeah, mad. So my mum calls my dad, come downstairs. So my dad come. And my dad sees him. Now, like I said about my dad and how he is and what my family are like, my dad's like, you need oil and rice? I need oil and rice. So my dad said, come in. Invited him in, went upstairs, and then I just went off to go run around with my bedroom.
Left the man.
I've done my job. Like,
100.
You want oil and rice? I can't give it to you. They can. Yeah. You know, whatever. And till this day, he's a family friend.
Oh, swear down. Just from that act alone.
Just from that.
It's a good act to do, though.
Yeah. It's
brave as well.
My family are a charitable family. Yeah. So it's definitely in my blood, because nobody would have taught me that at that age, do that when someone, they tell you when you're young, someone comes to you like that, run. That's what everyone else ran, innit? But from what I've seen from my parents and all that, I know that, this is...
You gave him the chance. You gave him a chance.
And he changed his whole life. Like, now he's sorted. It's good, everything. Yeah, it's good.
Being the middle child of 7 siblings, did you ever feel invincible? How did that impact your need for validation?
I felt invincible. That's it. I didn't feel invisible. I felt invincible. It was the opposite for me. Like, but you're right. You know what? I did feel invisible, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
I felt invisible in the sense that I could get away with, I can do, you get me? No, I'm not, I can do whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't think that way because I'm a child. So that's not the language I'm using in my head. In fact, I'm not using any language. It's just showing in my actions.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'll just be like, Mom, I'm going out.
Yeah.
By the time she's answered, I'm ready.
You're already out.
Because she's dealing with my brother and my sister younger than me.
Too much going on.
I'm gone. So that allowed me to be out more. So yeah, and I didn't, like I said, I felt invisible, but not in a bad way. So, and I loved it. Like it was busy, it was packed. I had love, noise around me.
There's something about growing up in the block, like growing up in the hood. Like obviously I'm from Lewisham, Forest Hall. So I grew up in the block as well. Do you know what I mean? And obviously I came from Congo. So coming out the house, like you said earlier, like I used to look out the window, when I first come over. And it looked like all the action was outside.
All the action was outside.
Do you know what I'm saying? And Lewisham's also like weird because it's a lot more Caribbeans than Africans. Do you know what I'm saying? So a lot of my friends on the estate was Caribbean. So like you said earlier, when I came out of the house as well, there was Jamaicans. You get me? I'm going to my Jamaicans friends' yards. They're living different. You know what I'm saying? And then when I come home, I'm back in the African environment. I can definitely relate to you with that.
Yeah.
But tell me, like, what was school like for you? Like, how did you get along in primary school?
Primary school, you know, I can't lie. Primary school was fun, but when I look back, there was tough times.
What do you mean?
So I remember the first day. That was one of my early memories. My first early memory is looking over my brother in the cot. So I must have been 3 years old. My mum said, I'm coming back, watch him. And I took it literal. So I climbed and I'm watching him. Fixed and watching him. I'm like, you're my responsibility. And I'm keeping my eye on it. I remember it was in white. I think it was his christening or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. So my second memory is my mum taking me to primary school reception. It's like a taster day. I haven't started. They've told her come in and they've told me to go in the lunch times. So we're in the big, lunchtime place. It's noisy. You know how that place is noisy?
Yeah, 100.
Thinking,
what is this?
What is this? What is this? My mum even looked worried. She was like, you okay? I'm like, so that's my first memory of school. After that, it was all cool. I don't know where to begin when it comes to school. All right, let me just fire it out. So the boys thing starts young. It starts in primary school. Kiss and chase. It's starting from then, right? So if you're not getting chased to get kissed, your self-esteem issues already starting 100%. From there. Another thing that it was I loved fashion, right? So if my bedroom used to come in with this sick black and yellow jacket, and when she used to come in, I used to be like, I have to. So I used to take it from her. I'm wearing your jacket today. So image has always been a big thing for me. I'm going to bring that up again about this yellow and black jacket. So you got that now. Then you got education itself. I struggled with education.
Did you,
Yeah, struggled.
What was your biggest struggles?
So the thing is, I didn't know I was struggling, but people let me know I was struggling by the way they reacted to me. Like having to repeat things to me that I just thought was cool. Cool. But the way then they put me into another class. When they started taking me out of the class to put me in another class to do separate work, I realized, okay, cool. But for me, I've always, and that's what's engraved that thing in my head that I'm a bit different. So it's even started from there. And then, so cutting a lot, jumping, which we'll come to at a point, I've then got diagnosed with dyslexia.
Really?
So now that answered my questions, I'm like, that's what my issue was. When I got diagnosed with dyslexia,
when you got diagnosed?
30 years old.
30?
Yeah.
Oh, seriously?
So it was when I was pregnant with my son. For many, many years, I've had a list of things in life. I said, I need to finally face this. So when I went uni, they said to me, well, doing dyslexia assessments, come for one. But deep down, I knew I had it, but I don't think I was ready to face it. So I never went for the assessment and I just pushed through life. So when I got pregnant, I said, you need to straighten things out for your son. And this is one of them. Go and do this assessment and see. Did it. They were like, you got dyslexia. So I was like, rah. Now, if I had nicked that in the bud early, that would have saved me a lot. Yeah, because dyslexia comes, when you hear it, you just think reading, writing. No, there's self-esteem issues in there, insecurity. Because imagine you're from young being made to feel like you're dumb from the age of 7. That's a downhill road from there. That's true. A downhill road. There's no up from there.
You make a good point there.
There's no up from there.
From a male point of view, immigrant coming to the country, I wasn't like the brightest tool in the box either. I haven't been like diagnosed, to be honest. I haven't done any tests or anything like that to know if I've got anything. But I definitely wasn't the smartest kid in the school. But as a male, that kind of led into me just being labelled naughty or like I'm misbehaving. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm getting kicked out of the class.
Yeah.
Luckily, in primary school, I had a couple good teachers who were like my mentors and things like that. But without them supporting me, I would have just been like forgotten about, like back of the classroom kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Did you have a teacher that helped?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me say this to you now, right?
Yeah.
You see my 10 Ways I Ruined My Life series? That was actually inspired by you.
Family, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. So before I begin on the second way that I ruined my life, if you haven't watched part 1, please watch part 1, because what I'm about to start off with wraps up on part 1 before we get into the second way. In regards to part 1, I talked about how the person that you and I want to be clear about this, the person that you lose your virginity to, I talked about how basically everything and who they are, you basically become. So you become like an imitation of them to a degree. Aspects of who they are and what they do and their lifestyle and their patterns, you will start to exhibit that in your own life. And that is specifically for a woman. I'll go into a man thing later, but that's specifically for women. So after I lost my...
That's
really?
Right, because I've had a few podcast invites, which I'm like, okay, umming and ahhing. Yours was the only one. I was like, boom.
No, love, man.
Boom.
No,
like,
love.
No umming and ahhing, you know what I mean? Like,
I respect it.
So what happened was I watched, Ghosts.
Yeah.
So I've watched Ghost Story, right?
Yeah.
Loving his story. I've watched it. All the podcasts he's gone on, I've watched it. And I'm like, I should probably share my story,
Yeah.
So once I've finished rinsing out Ghost, there's no more Ghost podcasts here because I've watched all 15.
Yeah, you've seen it all.
And then Glodi's popped up. So other stories have popped up, and so I'm swiping. But for some reason, I don't know what it was. Yours got me. I'm like, I need to watch this guy.
Yeah, love.
After watching yours, I said, nah, you know what? Enough's enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to share my story. So it was you and Ghost that just set that fire.
Yeah.
I turned on the camera one day. Boom. So when I got the email saying like, Glodi podcast, I was like, even now, when my brother saw the background, he's like, oh, this one. I'm like, this one.
Love. No,
so
love.
I have to say that to you, like, thank you, because so that's why I picked up. I was like, yeah, you had a teacher. You said her husband.
Yeah.
No, the teacher, went and got her husband who came and used to do these after school.
After school stuff.
I was like,
you know what it is? I feel like the reasons why I started a podcast was exactly for like people like ourselves. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like when I done an interview, I told my story, right?
Yeah.
And then I felt like there just wasn't enough people like us where we're from, and other people from around the world even, bro, that don't tell their story. And cool, we can sit here and we can laugh and drink and cuss and get onto each other and who's got more money and what drill rapper's the best or cheating and this and that, but it's all like not really like...
Yeah, it's not real. It's not really real.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like shit to distract people. You know what I'm saying? I hear it. It works, isn't it?
Yeah.
It gets views. Yeah. People are entertained by that.
Yeah.
But that's not for me, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here like, I want to understand people, innit? I want to understand people's real life stories, trials and tribulations. So I'm glad that you saw me and you thought, you know what?
Yeah.
That's the place to go.
Big time. So big up to you for sharing your story, because it brought out mine. It helped me to bring out mine. I was like, nah, I could do this, because Yeah, yours was deep. Yours was deep.
Tell me about secondary school, Riva. When you started secondary school, what school did you go?
So, when I started secondary school, I went to a secondary school in Enfield. Put it that way. I was there for 2 years. My sister went there, so me and my sister used to walk to school together. That was nice. I got to know her friends. That was nice.
Yeah. Your older sister?
My older sister, R.I.P. Naomi. She had a friend called Naomi, the most beautiful girl in the world. I remember looking at her thinking, you're perfect. Like, you're actually perfect. And then some years ago, she passed away and left her son behind. Oh. And that still got an imprint in my head.
Your sister's friend passed away?
My sister's friend passed, and me and my sister went to the funeral. So I'm just bringing that up because, like, it's just a memory. And I remember we're going to the funeral and I didn't want to wear black because this girl is the prettiest girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? In my head.
100.
And I remember my sister saying to me, why are you wearing that colour? Wear black. Her, my dad, or someone else, but it was my sister and someone else in my family. I remember standing on the steps and I kind of a little bit spazzed out on them. I had to draw back. I was like, no. Like, this is what she represents to me. You get me? I'm not going in black.
What colour did you wear?
I went in like a beigey, soft pink. I can't remember, but it was something like that. And when I got there, I wasn't the only one. Most people, but there was some one or two that you can tell they were that, not Naomi. So if her husband and her son's watching this, then I hope they come across this. This is one thing that I just want to say about your mum. So back to secondary school. So my sister's friends, I had a connection with him. There for 2 years. And then one evening, my dad calls me. Rebecca. Yes. I don't even know how he said it, but basically what he said to me was, I want to take you out of your current school and I want to take you to a private school.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before. Remember, I'm the middle. So we've had 3 above, like, what's going on here?
I mean.
So this is another thing, is that you're different. So that's a voice that's always been in my head. You're different. You're different. Sometimes it's benefited me. Sometimes it's drawn me back. Because sometimes it can feel isolating and all the other things that come with it. So now my dad's telling me he wants to take me out of school and take me to this school. So, but me, because I like excitement and difference, so I'm like, okay, tell me more.
Yeah.
And he said, look, this school is basically a Christian school, though. So you're going to go to this Christian school. This is what it's like. It's not like normal school. You will be in a classroom, but there won't be a teacher standing up to teach you. You're going to have these booklets. You're going to work through the booklets. And then you're going to mark your own work and grade yourself.
What?
I was like, oh,
and what?
boy.
This was mid-secondary school?
Mid-year 8.
Year 8.
You're going to grade yourself. And whenever you get something wrong, you got to go back and rectify it and grade yourself again and do it until you pass that level. When you pass that level, you go up to a next level and you keep going up levels. You keep going up levels. So
what, in all subjects? Or
all subjects.
Mad.
So I'm like, okay, cool, let's do this. So I'll go there. I'm there for a bit. Now, I don't know how much you want to get into that, but, you know, I met...
Tell me the difference between normal local school and when you entered private school. What was the first differences, changes that you saw?
So the culture, so the people that used to run this school were white Brits.
Okay.
Right? The owner was a white British pastor. And a lot of his family was involved. So he worked with his wife. His daughter was our PE teacher. You know, other stuff like that. His grandchildren came to the school, so they were then now my bedrooms. Then you had other black kids that were there too, from the ends, just like me. So thank God for that, because that helped.
100.
Because like I said, the culture was different. So now, what do I mean the culture was a bit different? No offense, right? But for example, when I went to that school, it was the first time I went camping.
Okay.
So I say no offense to black people, like, oh, black people camp. Yeah, but for me, because you have to remember,
I ain't never been camping until now.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I remember on our way to the camping, they said, we got to pass our grandma's house. This is their other grandma, not the grandma who's the wife of the man who owns the school. This is the, you know what I mean? So we've passed her house. Now she's deep country. Like I'm looking around her garden, like, where are we? Like, this is all new to me. So that's just one thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was many other things. So it exposed me to a whole different world. But once again, here I am, two cultures battling.
Yeah.
Same way when I was on the farm block. I used to listen to Boy in the Corner, Dizzy Rascal on my way to that school. I'm going to a Christian school with all these different other, but I need to listen to a Boy in the Corner by the time I get there to ground myself, because that's me. That's who I am. That's in my blood. My dad's got me here. Because you have to remember, I'm in this secondary school, bare black youths, all from the end. So I'm grounded. Now I've been uprooted to go into this whole new system. I need that Boy in the Corner just to keep me balanced.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But it comes to a funny topic here before we move on. I was so fascinated about Dizzy Rascal, like lyrically and all that. Not like girl to boy.
He's a good rapper lyrically.
Too cold. So I don't know why, but one time I was writing his lyrics or I was remixing his lyrics. So some lyrics, I was switching it into like changing parts of it. And I said to my dad, there's this guy, Dizzy Rascal, Boy in the Corner, I love his album. I'm going to rewrite it. Rewrite his album and put in my content. But my dad was like, okay, interesting, left it. But then one time I had written some Dizzy lyrics and my dad found it, And one of the things that Dizzy was saying didn't mean what my dad thought it meant. So, you know, sometimes slang can change up a bit. So I forgot what the word is, but it basically meant something sexual, right?
Oh boy.
So my dad's like, what's this? And I'm like, this is not a good look. And I've already got a bit of a reputation of not really being a good. So I know my dad's not really, okay, I'm wrong for assuming, but I just assume this guy's not going to believe me. Like, I've already liked him so many times. If I try to explain this and it's just, you know, them one times where you're like, Dad, this is the one time I'm telling you the truth.
Do you remember what song it was?
Do you know what? I can't remember off the top. I feel like if I listen to the album, it will trigger and I'll be like, yo, it was that tune.
Which album was it?
It was definitely Boy in the Corner.
Boy in the Corner album.
Boy in the Corner. It was Boy in the Corner. But I digress drastically. So back to secondary school. That's what we were on, right? So yeah, I'm out of it. That's it. Yeah. So I'm out of this school, but I'm not there for as long as my dad hoped for me to be there. I ended up leaving, going back to my previous secondary school.
How long did your dad hope for you to be there?
He wanted me ideally to be there till year 11, finish.
Yeah.
But then I think certain things was happening or whatever. I couldn't put my finger in it. Whatever. So my dad called me again. You gotta go back. I was a bit like, because that place was cool, but
it was a good little break.
It was a good little break, but because what I used to do, I think every Friday the private school used to finish early. So I used to go back to my old secondary school and chill with them on a Friday.
Anyway. She's back. They must have thought, nah, you've changed, man. Coming here with new lingo and that.
No, do you know what? It's too in my blood.
100.
When see, that's why Broadwater Farm Block seems small to me, because it's that in my blood.
100.
You know what I mean? And I've been around, I've gone conch, like you lot know what I'm on now. Look at me, it's still in my blood.
Gang shit.
I can do.
Gang shit.
I just try to dim it down a bit as I grow.
100.
And try to just rein it in a bit, but it's home to me. So that's what my schooling was at. Went back to school, had to merge back in again. You know, find my feet again, because obviously there's new people now. You've been away for a year. So
was your school a mixed school, the one in
it was a
Enfield?
mixed school.
Boys and girls, yeah?
Boys and girls, boys. And what happened, there was a school not far, well, a bit far, that had closed down. So a lot of their kids came to our. So when I went back, there's a lot of new youth in my year. So now my old friends are introducing me to their new friends. I'm like, okay,
who's this?
Who's this? Get me? Who's this? They're like, this is Dot. She came from Dot. And I'm like, all right, but they're cool. We're all still friends till today. But yeah, that was all that, man.
So obviously, being a female, in a mixed school, what was it like in terms of relationship, like you and boys, and like obviously you said primary school, those kiss chase going on. I can relate to that. You know, I know a lot about that in primary school. But secondary school, you're a bit older now. You're in a mixed school. There's boys there. Like, what was that like for you?
You know what? I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, but in my secondary school, luckily for me, I wasn't don't take offense, guys, but I wasn't attracted to any of them there. So I had peace when it came to them stuff.
Yeah.
Other girls were getting caught up in shenanigans.
Yeah.
I was just like, they were just like my brothers, and they are till today.
Yeah.
So that was easy for me.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, no, I'm telling a lie. That
There
was
we go.
boys in my age, right? But the boys a little bit older.
There we go.
I had a few eyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm probably not gonna go into that too much, but yeah, few eyes here there, but there was no trouble. It was easy coasting. Yeah, I just kept mind my bit. They were nice to look at, put it that way. That's all it is. Like, yeah.
Did you finish year 11 in the end?
Finish year 11, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Pass your GCSEs?
Passed my GCSEs, yeah.
What did you get?
I got, let me tell you, Glodi, yeah. So I know for sure, I can't remember all of them, but I know I got a B in English, B in English literature, C in science, C in maths, C, what's the other thing? So maths, English, science, history,
geography.
To
be fair, your grade sounds all right.
Yeah, for someone with undiagnosed with dyslexia, exactly, yeah. So
done well.
I tell you one thing. We did the exam, we leave. You know, when after everyone's talking.
Yeah.
So everyone's chatting. And I realize I've gone and answered the whole complete wrong question. So I'm panicking. I'm saying, oh my days, I've ruined my life on English. English literature. I've ruined my life. So when I came in, I got a B. I said, because I didn't tell no one. I carried that for, you got to wait for a few weeks. I said, I answered the wrong. Like, that's how fried I was. But, so that was a miracle. Answered the wrong question. I don't know what happened, but you know what I mean? So, yeah, I got through year 11.
You passed it. You got through it.
I got through.
You got some good results. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What was your vision and plans like when you finished year 11? Were you thinking of going on to sixth form, college? What was in your plans?
So when I finished year 11, I was just flowing with the punches. So I was like, okay, next stop's college, I guess. So I went to like a sixth form college.
Yeah.
Went there. Everything was fine.
What did you study?
So I studied English literature, sociology, and art.
Okay.
Everything was fine. I loved it. I loved everyone there. I just loved going to that place. But then after that, during that, that's when I became pregnant.
Okay.
So when I finished sixth form college.
So you're about what, 17?
17, going to 18.
Yeah.
So now uni's the next step.
Yeah.
But I remember coming across this a ship. It's a charity ship. It's like a Christian ship. There's I'm using the wrong word. It's not missionary, but in a way. So this ship travels to places, poverty-driven places, and help. So I remember going to my dad saying, "Dad, I don't want to do uni. I want to go on this ship."
Yeah.
Well,
like a boat ship. Yeah.
Proper big ship.
Yeah.
You go and live on it and you travel and you help people, whatever. And they got hospitals on there and all that. I've forgotten the name. I need to Google it and maybe go back there.
Yeah.
But my dad, he kind of looked at me and it was just like, he definitely didn't shut it down. That's one thing I like about my dad. He would never shut it down, even though in his head he might be. He would always drop it to you softly. But he kind of was a bit like, And even though we rebel against our parents, all we ever want to do is please them as well too.
100%,
So that's like the confusion and the conflict in life that we battle with. So I've already fallen pregnant. I've already disappointed you.
Yeah.
So if it will make you happy for me to not go, then obviously I'm going to not go.
Yeah.
Because if I wanted to go, I could.
Yeah,
and my dad knows that. If this girl push, she'll do whatever she wants to do. So I want to show my dad that, Dad, yes, I'm a bit rebellious and naughty, but I still hear you and still respect you.
Yeah.
So if you feel like I shouldn't, then I won't. But I wish I did. I wish I did. I wish I did. I think I needed that. My life was, you get me? I needed grounding. I needed to get out of my comfort zone, go and see people struggle. You know what I mean? I needed that. And I needed to remove the focus from me. I was too in my head, all about me and all that. Not in a selfish way, but just not in a good way either.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't fall pregnant at 17 for no reason. I had problems, that stuff I was going. So I needed to kind of come out of that. But I can't blame my dad. 17-year-old daughter, she's already going for a lot, and now she's gonna go on this ship. It's just like, no, stay here with me. Let me help you get your life. 100%. Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of like my educational kind of journey. And then I ended up going uni. And to be honest, I hated it. You know what? I think now my dad would have wished I went on that ship. What happened when I went to uni? Yeah. My dad would have, he does know now. Yeah. But if he knew then, he would have said, get on that ship.
So take us through that then. Uni.
So uni now, what I've done, and I'm only realising this now we're talking. What I was looking for, what I was hoping to get from getting onto that ship, I still lived that out, but at uni. Yeah. Yeah.
Like helping others, supporting people.
No. That's the problem, not that part of it. It was transmuted, right? So the energy was the same, but how I transmuted it was different. So the energy of, I need something different, I need change, I need a breakthrough, I want to by going on a ship, when I went uni, it was the same energy, but it looked different. So I'm in there now, and you know, you got your key, you got your room. I'm like, But then I don't know what happened. I went down to reception. I said, the room you've given me, is there another option? I'm not really sure about that one for some reason. Even though it's standard room, everyone's got that. So the guy said, all right, go and try this room. Gave me the key. The room, I'm not joking to you, was 5 times bigger than everybody else's.
Swear done.
5 times bigger. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? It was supposed to be like a room for a disabled person.
I know what you mean.
Huge.
Yeah, like an ensuite as well. Yeah.
So I remember standing in that room. I can't remember the words because there's been a few times where I've made like a verbal covenant with God saying, you've done this now, I'm going to do this. But I can't remember in words, but I remember when I saw that, I knew this is beyond me. I went like, first of all, why did I go and ask for another key ring? No one doing that. Just get your key and move in. Yeah. But once again, because my brain's a little bit different, I've gone and got a key, and now I've got this. Yeah. So I'm gassed. I'm like, God, thank you. This is amazing. You're amazing. Like, boom. Yeah. And now that's pumped me up. And then that just went on and on and on. Made a lot of friends.
So everyone's partying at your room.
No one's partying in my room. My room, like, you just come in and go and leave. Yeah. You get me? Yeah. My room was, it was still a safe space. People come, a few people, but so we're at uni. Like, if I want to talk the uni story, I don't know where to begin, man.
Tell us a bit about it. Give us a brief description of uni without giving away too much.
So I'll say when I went uni, and I'm sure a lot of people could say they went through this. Yeah, that's just when the true self-expression comes out. You know, you just let it rip. Yeah, like when my dad dropped me with my siblings and they drove off, you do feel a hole. Yeah, you'd feel lost. You're like, that lasts for about 3 hours though, and then you're like, you know what, it's sink or swim. So I just went for it. I remember going lectures, making new friends straight away. There was even one guy I saw, nice guy. Do you know what? I think about him every now and then because obviously we were talking more in the sense of, you're nice, I'm nice. I've invited him to come to my room, not for any, you get me? It's just, still I want to show off my room a little bit. Yeah, come. But I respect, not that anything was going to happen that day anyway. But in general, because you don't really come across it much, but in general, still, he was still a bit like, nah, like, you know what I mean? Like, gentleman, I like that. Like, I think about it. And it's so funny because he's got the same name as my brother.
Oh, so that?
Yeah. He's got the same, so I don't think I'm like, But after that, after him, anybody, you get me? Yeah. I'm making it sound like I had loads of, I didn't have loads, but a lot of 10 ways I ruined my life. A lot of those guys, that's where I started to meet him from. So I went onto Facebook when Facebook was fresh hot, and
And I remember everyone having Facebook, and I never had Facebook. It was one of my bedrooms that came with, like, oh yeah, you should get Facebook, and she even made the account for me. That's another story for another day when I talk about dodgy relationships and stuff like that. Because since I had that Facebook account, that's another time my life went whereas if I stayed in my lane and just said no Facebook because that's not what I'm on, a lot probably would have been avoided. So watch out for friends too. And it's funny because, anyway, let's hold off on that. So,
but because I'm just, I'm not really using my discernment, nothing really matters. I'm out here just want to have fun, you get me? So we're just all having fun, enjoying ourselves, hitting parties, just vibing. Yeah, it was just all of that. But I think the issue started when I wasn't really getting lectures that much.
Yeah.
So work's getting sloppy. Yeah. Like, I didn't go uni for uni.
What did you opt in to study?
I studied sociology and criminology.
At uni,
yeah.
Okay.
Then I wanted to change and go into social work.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't do it. I can't remember, but I was just like, But like I said, I didn't go uni for uni. So those things didn't really matter to me. Yeah, they didn't. What I went for was to that energy I wanted to use to go on the ship. That's what I used for. So when I got there, it wasn't about the education.
Yeah, it was just about being away.
It was about being away. Because I remember changing my number, deleting my Facebook. It's like I got rid of my old life. Yeah. Got rid of my old life, wanting to start afresh. And that's something I always try to do every now and then.
Yeah, of course.
Now I've kind of slowed down on it because when I was doing it, it wasn't really healthy. Yeah. It was just me getting up one day saying, F it. And it's just like, you know.
They're locking people off too.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know. So yeah, that was uni.
So let's go back a bit. Tell me a bit more about your pregnancy. You fell pregnant at 17. Was that with your boyfriend at the time?
Nah, it wasn't my boyfriend. Yeah, I think boyfriend's a push.
Yeah.
So I did have a boyfriend at the time.
Yeah.
And then we broke up.
Yeah.
Right? Or he broke up with me. He's like, oh, I'm on the football thing. I want to do my football thing. Oh, my God.
So you tried to drop that one?
He'd use that one on my 16th birthday.
No way.
So him, you know, mentally, like, sorry for the tough language, I basically like cursed him in my head. And the thing when you curse someone, yeah, one thing I learned a long way down the line, yeah, for me to curse someone, yeah, I've got to use words, right?
Yeah.
And say the words and curse them.
Yeah.
Now, for them words to come out through my mouth, they have to pass through me before they get out. So I curse myself on the way. The journey.
That's a different way of looking at it.
I'm cursing I curse that person. It has to go through me before it comes out. Yeah. Even worse, if I don't use words and I'm cursing you in my mind, it's not going anywhere. It's staying right here. You know what I'm saying? So when I did that, when I was like, rah, man, and I channeled that anger and I kept it in, I acted on it because I haven't let it out. I haven't let go of it. It's in me now. It's a part of me.
Yeah.
So how did I act on it? I went and I started chatting to one of his he's like an associate, but still bedroom, that he knows the person. So it's just on Facebook, like, yo, you right? Yeah, I'm good. Quick, nothing serious.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it. And then we started linking. But once again, nothing serious. But then that's how it kind of happened.
Okay.
And then, so basically through my anger of a breakup, look at the next steps that it took me through.
Yeah. How did that well, you wasn't in communication with him anymore, I'm guessing, when you fell pregnant.
What, with the father of that baby?
Yeah.
No, I was.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I call him. I'm like, yo, this is a situation. He goes nuts. Like, he's threatening, I'm going to kill you. What do you mean?
Yeah.
He's a nutter anyway. I'm going to come to your house right now. Yeah. But I knew he was a bit of a chatter, so I was just like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He never came, obviously. But then his friend called me after. I was like, yo, what's going on? Doc's called me, he's going mad. Is what he's saying true? I said, yeah, what he's saying is true. He goes, right, he's going like, he goes, all right, let me, 1 minute. Call him. So I don't know what the friend said.
Yeah.
But then he called me back and he was much more calm. He was just like, cool. The friend must have said, yo, bro, just, you get me, whatever. Yeah. So he called me back calm. He said, all right, I've told my mum, so come to my house and sit with my mum.
He's told his mum,
Yeah, he's told his mum. So
very responsible.
Yeah, responsible. Because do you know what he said to me as well? Because he wanted me to like abort the baby. He was like, I've got another girl pregnant. She's got the baby. And in my head, because we were not in a relationship, that don't matter to me. I'm not in love with you. So if you got another baby, that's your problem. Like, you got two babies. Like, that's not, you get me? I'm not gonna get rid of my baby because you got, you get me? So when he clocked that wasn't working, he was like, yo, this girl's got I'm through with it. Yeah. So he was just like, all right, cool, come chat to my mum. So yeah, went, met his mum, nice lady, whatever. And then they came to my house, met my parents, whatever, boom. So yeah, and then we were just rolling through the punches. Like every day he'll call me, are you taking your folic acid? I'm like, yeah, I'm taking my folic acid. And then that was it really, just chat every now and then. And then yeah.
So he played a big role in it when the baby was born.
Oh, sorry. Let's rewind. I had a miscarriage. That baby didn't see daylight.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, the baby.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, the child I have now, that's from my marriage. That's a different, yeah. So, yeah, no, that, I can't lie. I kind of, the stress around it was a lot. So I remember there was a time I was like, I don't know, man. I don't think this baby's alive, you know, but I didn't have proof. They just said, just come for a scan, innit? You're due a scan. So when we got there, they were like, yeah, the baby's lost their heartbeat. So obviously I was still heartbroken. I was still like, oh my God, I was sad. Yeah. But I hand on my heart, honestly, like I would say a few weeks before that, my soul just felt like, nah, I can't feel the energy of the baby, yeah. Right, yeah. But yeah, the stress would have just been too much. Sometimes they say like the babies go back if they feel like mum and dad's things too manic. I'm not coming into this. They go back. So, and if there's any truth in that, that baby definitely was that. Nah. Yeah. Because now that guy's jail for 13 years or something like that. That's what I've heard from the pipeline. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So imagine. So now, if we had that baby will probably be how old now? I've got to run the numbers, so I'm trying to be cheeky. So let me add on 2 years. So right, there'll be a big youth. There'll be what, 17, 15? No, about 15.
There'll definitely be a grown adult.
Yeah, grown adult. So now we won't be sitting here. We'll be booking our train ticket to go and visit dad in jail. And we would have been doing that for years.
Yeah, that's mad.
For years. Or we would have fell off. And so still, either way, he ain't got his, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's all crazy, man.
How did you cope mentally with the miscarriage? Obviously, you was young anyway, you had the miscarriage, but when you was alone at home, like, how did you mentally cope with the fact that you just had a miscarriage?
So, yeah, when I got home, it was tough. I remember really being upset, like crying. And I remember my dad, you know, popping into my room and he's just like, you know, it's going to be all right. Like, so yeah, it was mad tough. But then basically what happened was that's how my weed addiction came. I turned to weed basically. So can you see, how from a breakup, harboring anger, led to a miscarriage 100. And then a drug addiction, depression. And that's why I say before you curse someone, know that you're cursing yourself on the way to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because literally, look how my life went. Instead of just saying, all right, well, you don't want to be that, cool. Guess what I'm saying? Forgiveness is the best currency. Like, even when you don't want to use it, it's better you use that for an investment, you know what I mean, 100%. Into your future. So, so it basically, I dealt with the miscarriage through weed.
You started smoking cannabis, so right now you're about 18 years old.
Yeah.
Smoking cannabis.
Yeah.
Obviously, weed ain't the same how it is now to how it was back in the day. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you say you was addicted to weed, like how much weed was you actually smoking?
So the dangerous thing about my one was it started off so slow. So it took me a long time to realize, you got a problem, you know. In the beginning, it's just once a month even. Once a month, here, there, once a month. Then it's building up. And this once a month thing, was was a while, like a good old months,
Yeah.
few months, maybe even a year, right? Because it's just taking the edge off a bit. Yeah, I haven't given myself in, but you know. And then you start mixing with guys who smoke weed, so now you're smoking it every time you see them.
Yeah.
So that was the next stage. Then friends. So now when they have it, boom. So it just started snowballing like that. So it's so crazy because it probably took me about 10 years before I finally said to myself, nah.
This is too much.
Yeah, like you're actually like
a lot of money as well.
You're like a smoker now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what did it for me was I started to lose my beauty. Like my face, just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was one thing. I could forfeit whatever, because right now I don't care about nothing anyway. No one's watching me, so what if, you get me? But what made me say put your brakes on was my speech. I was struggling to say words clearly, and my speech was, and I thought, nah, I'm not forfeiting my speech. Like this is, because if my speech is going, that means my brain's going. Because you don't talk from your mouth, you talk from your brain.
100.
So that's a sign that my head's getting funny.
Yeah.
If I can't get words out, I said, no way, that's not happening. So obviously you don't stop straight away, but you start pulling back, you start pulling back. And then obviously when I got pregnant with my son, now that's what really saved me, because I was like, well, can't smoke with you in my belly.
Yeah.
So did the 9 months no weed. But then what the 9 months did for me, it overrid any illusion, any lie. And it showed me, you went a whole 9 months no weed, so don't ever tell yourself you can't do it, because the proof's there. So that was that helped me to just say, all right, cool. Whereas before you think, oh, can I do it? Any little temptation, you're on again. But 9 months of pregnancy showed me no temptation can work. You've been able to battle it all. So it's my son that really saved me when it comes to that. Yeah, big time.
You say that you're married now.
Yeah.
But before we get into marriage, obviously a lot of people know you from BkChat.
Yeah.
BkChat was a internet program, if you like, a YouTube program where a group of people will meet in a house. Yeah. And essentially have everyday conversations. Tell me, like, how did you get into BkChat, and like, why did you get into BkChat? How did it all happen?
So that brings me back now actually to my speech, right? My speech has always been the thing I'll say I love about myself the most. That probably gets complimented the most. So when I saw the BkChat trailer, I was just like, I gotta be there. Like, this is made for me. Like, this is my thing. I want to go and say what I've got to say and share my opinion. Like, not because I think people want to hear it, but because I want to say it. Like, that's just me.
100.
So when I saw it, I said, yeah, it is a must, and it will be. So I applied, went through the audition, got through all of that, got onto the screens, and then just did what I vowed that I will come there to do.
When people mention Riva Da Diva from BkChat, what's the first word or label you think they attach you to?
Spicy. So spicy, you know spice, unless you're a pepper yourself, spice is always like put on top of something, is added.
Added,
Yeah. So I feel like it's just sort of like her again, like, it's like, how do I, that's why I just use the term spicy. I'm just a bit on top. I'm just a bit on top.
So how much of that program recording time was like the real you? You know, how did you separate, like, if you did, like, pressure, or maybe even like you're thinking you have to say something for the cameras?
So one thing I was known well for on BkChat was being quiet for most of it, and then just saying my piece when I said my piece.
And when you said your piece, it was very effective.
And then I'll just sit and then go again.
And besides spirits, and even with that, they come from somewhere to join us. The only forces that are here are feminine and masculine. Yeah, and when I say feminine and masculine, it's beyond women and men. That's why you have a female lion, a female frog, a male dog. You get what I mean? These are forces, you understand, that live within us. And Esther made used the word merging, yeah? And when there's discord amongst those two forces, it's only division that it produces. And we see the effects of that. Let's use married couples that divorce. Yeah, you see that damage usually in their children. Me, I'm a female, but I'm made up of both man and woman. My dad is a man, my mum is a woman, you understand? So it's my job to still understand men. I take my time to study men. I chat with my brother, I chat with my bedrooms. Sometimes I ask, why is it like that for you? Why do you think that way? Why do you lot do that? Fellas, you must do the same with females. Get to understand girls. That's why sometimes you lot be like, you lot, why are you like this? Why are you always complaining? Why do you chat too much? Why do you have these mood swings? Study us. Let's study each other. You get what I mean? Because how it works, it comes from is knowledge, is understanding, then is action.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I managed it, because I could have been all sorts of people on BkChat for sure. But I was always aware that, look, don't have your head in the clouds. The cameras are on. This is real. So relax, listen, be honest.
Yeah.
Sometimes the honesty wouldn't be what people want to hear. It wouldn't have been what even people would have encouraged me to say. They would have said, be honest, but don't say that.
Yeah.
But on BkChat, when I opened my mouth, I was just honest.
Yeah.
That was my rule.
Yeah.
Sometimes I may have got backlash for it or may not have. I don't think I suffered from backlash a lot at all. Because even if I said something that might have been a bit spicy, I feel like people could tell that it was the truth, like deep within. So it was sort of like, okay, she's saying whatever she's got to say. There wasn't many times where I felt like, right, I got to do this or that for the camera. Because I quickly realised like just how I am and who I am
is enough.
It's enough. I was like, oh, this is enough. Yeah,
this is
cool.
good.
Yeah,
I just got to be myself.
Yeah, I can be myself. Like, I realised, I could actually be myself. Like, so yeah, that was,
Would you say BkChat like boosted your confidence, or did it tap into your insecurities?
I would say it boosted my confidence, you know? Yeah, because I play to a strength. My talking, my speech.
Yeah. Same
way when the weed came into it, I said, no, I'm not going to give you my speech. I'll give you other things, but I won't give you that because that's my currency. That's good. That's my everything. You know what I mean? Like, so, because your parents give you like your looks and your DNA, and then God gives you your gifts. You understand? So that's what God's given me. So you can't take that. So, when I sorry, I kind of slipped off what you said, but I just knew I had what it took. So sorry, the confidence. I was confident going in because I knew I'm going to do what I'm made to do.
Yeah.
And then, so it only boosted it more when people were like, "Rah, we love what you do." Yeah. They did boost it. It did boost it. It did come at a price. Everything does. There's always like a sacrifice, give and take. But I've come to learn now that sacrifice is good. Because we've been programmed that sacrifice is, if not bad, then it's difficult.
What would you say your sacrifices were?
So, mine was peace of mind. Full, you never really have full utter peace of mind.
100.
As long as you're on this plane and you're living here,
you're good.
It comes. That's the price. Once again, sacrifice. But sometimes, so okay, now let me say it raw. It's weird because BkChat itself didn't wasn't the area of sacrifice. What was the area of sacrifice was me having to look myself more in my face because you're on camera. So you've got to watch yourself. You're in public eye, so you've got to watch yourself.
100%.
So I had to watch myself even more. And sometimes that can play with your mind because now you start you can sometimes overanalyze or get things wrong, overthink. So that was the price I had to pay for using what I believe was a gift that God gave.
How did it affect your mental health, being on people's screens, people having opinions about you, people, you know what the internet's like. You put yourself out there, people say whatever else they want. The comment section gets crazy. Like, how did you deal with that mentally?
So luckily, thankfully, I didn't get too brutalized by that. So how I dealt with it, right? It does make you feel anxious, but I kind of threw myself into it just to build a muscle. So every now and then I'll poke into the comments. Obviously, every now and then you see something you don't really like, but you kind of got to suck it up. I do remember though, there was times where I'll wake up in the morning or whatever, and before like going on YouTube, I could feel I'm nervous. I have to breathe it out because I could open it and it's my face on a thumbnil. Do you know what I'm saying? That's like, that was one of the first times I felt like, I'm in deep. You know, I'm scared to open the app. You know what I'm saying? Because 1 or 2 times I had seen myself on a thumbnail. But after some time, what I came to realize was that saying that time heals is very, very real.
Of course.
Because no matter what happened and after some time, it just faded. I wasn't bothered anymore. You know what I mean? So I learned that. So instead of running away from, I don't want to look at that, I said, don't worry, have a look at it. It's going to annoy you for a bit. You're going to stir it up in your mind. You're going to, and some things you see on the net, you can't really like actually deal with it. Like you can't go to a person and say, you said this about, so you're literally battling it with it on your own. So that's what I mean by stirring it in your head.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So you gotta, but I realized, because sometimes you want to fight it, you want to stop it, like, and push the thoughts out. But I was like, no, feel it. Feel the pain, do it anyway. Stir it in your head. Lay it out, vent. And then it all fades instead of harboring it. So that's how I managed that side of things. And now, and to the point that now, my series, 10 Ways I Ruined My Life, I'm confident enough to
do that,
put it all out there because I've gone through different hurdles that have built that muscle. I never ran from it from before. So yeah, I'm in it. I'm in deep now, deeper than before.
Yeah, that's good. That I mean, the more you're on camera, it gives you confidence anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I think the biggest thing about being on camera is not the confidence more so, but it's the your story, like how much you want to give people of yourself. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like you often gave people too much of yourself?
You know, in general, I don't. I probably do, but I don't feel that. The reason why I don't feel it is because I love that type of stuff. So I love talking to people like, yo, what's your life like? Like, what's the most difficult part of your life? Like, and then we talk about it. Like, that's my language. So for me to share my story, I just love it. But I know that it can be distasteful for other people. And if it is distasteful for somebody, they can try and play on it or do a thing with it. So I know that it can come with repercussions. But because there's a passion for me, it's a price I'm willing to pay. So yeah, like, I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot, but
it is what it is.
For some reason, that's just like what I enjoy doing. Like,
I feel like you're a very confident person. Definitely from a young girl, you're bringing strangers home to your parents for oil and rice. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like you've always had the trait in you to help people. Which is, you have to be confident to go up to people and help them anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? But I've seen that you've done a video about losing your virginity as well, like females losing their virginity, you losing your virginity. What made you create that video, and how did that video come about?
That was part 1. That's the first video when I was like, guys, first way I ruined my life was losing my virginity too soon. So, I'll be honest with you. I can, but I can't, and I won't go into why I turned the camera on and said, I'm doing this video. That's still personal. Because the 10 ways I ruined my life, them stories are from like a few years ago to a few years even further back. So maybe by the grace of God, in a few years' time, I will do another series of my current life. But that would be me in like, So I can't really say why I ended up turning on the camera. But all I will say is I hit like another rock bottom. And I said, you know what? I'm at the bottom again. The only way up now is parachuting. I need to alleviate the weight so I can rise. So, and it's been a long time coming. When I came off BkChat and I went quiet on social media, that's years ago, maybe 6 years ago, I had planned this series from then. I just didn't have the title and I didn't know when it was going to happen. And all I knew is one day I'm going to share my story.
You're going to do something.
Yeah. I just didn't know it was going to be that day and start that way. But literally, I was in the sofa, I just finished eating. I was struggling to sleep that week as well. So because of the pressure of what I was going through. So I said, and then my son had fallen asleep, had a few hours free, which wasn't common. I said, you know what, forget it. Just turn on the camera. And then I just started in order. So I didn't choose that video intentionally. It was just that I believe that's where the beginning was. And it was the beginning of the issues really.
Why do you think so many young girls tie love and sex to validation? And what would you tell your younger self today?
So I think young girls tie, well, not young, just women in general, people in general, tie all them type of stuff to validation because that's the channel that's used to express it. So you're on the road, a guy sees you, and the first thing he likes about you is your image. So it's already validation has already been sexualized between us two there and then. There and then. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're gonna create an association with it automatically. So basically sex, connection, intimacy. When you're experiencing those things, you're being validated.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's all you know from young. So you think that's it. And that's how you end up then going into the cycle.
What advice would you give to like young girls who are like outside getting moved to guys and they're feeling the pressure like they have to lose their virginity?
The choice that you're making is real. It is a real choice. I'm saying that because our day-to-day lives are so automatic, we don't think, we don't have to. It's just next. So we're almost robotic to the point that, you're walking on the street, you meet someone, hi, you're right, yeah, okay, you look a bit cool, you switch numbers, by the time you know it, you're in bed, by the time you got a baby, by the time you know it, that's how quick and fast it can go because we're not stopping to actually analyze. So something I do, if I'm faced with a decision, a choice I've got to make, I dedicate 3 days. I wait 3 days. So if I meet, because in 3 days, you are going through so many different versions of yourself.
100%.
Your tired version, your different emotions. You're not as hungry. You know, you go through so many. So how you're thinking when you're hungry, how you're thinking when you're angry, how you're thinking when you're tired is different. So you go through 3 days in different modes, thinking about the same thing. By the end of the 3 days, you will get a more holistic version of what you truly think.
It's a good idea. Good advice.
So when you switch this number with this guy, you spent them 3 days and you think, where did I meet him? What was the setting like? What was he really on? What did he smell like? Did I smell a quiff of a little zooty? Was there a guy? Did he have a dodgy friend? Like, take time to analyze everything you're doing. Don't just fly through life.
100.
Don't fly through life. Because life forces you to fly through it. Get up, the alarm, keep moving. Your parents, get to school, get back. You don't have time to pause. Pause. That would be my advice to girls. Like, pause.
100. No, that's very good advice, and I hope a lot of girls are gonna watch this. Younger girls anyway are gonna watch this and take it on as a good message to them. Do you know what I'm saying? You said that before you've had a bad habit of choosing bad people, or you've chose like the wrong people. Do you think that was like a self-reflection on yourself why you was choosing these bad people?
Yeah, because, all right, this is something I've always wanted to say, so I'm going to say it now. You know, like, for example, trappers, gangsters, whatever, blah, 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 yeah. A lot of those type of men, they end up with, okay, let me reverse it. Girls will mix with those type of guys initially. But when it's time to get serious or whatever, some girls move away from them type of guys, okay? And then them type of guys only end up with girls who are a bit, That's why you hear a lot in their music, that gal was like this. They always complain because the type of girl that they attract and get with is headache.
Yeah.
Because no proper legit girl settles with them.
Yeah.
So, so I say all that to say, when I'm dealing or have been dealing with those type of people, it's because they do not, I don't need to tune into myself to deal with you guys.
Word.
I don't have to give you my proper bit.
Word.
When I want to do something proper, you're not the person I will ditch you and go for someone proper.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that because I want them gentlemen to know that the crazy baby mothers that you end up having to battle with all your life, those type of girl that you had ended up attracting, these situations you end up attracting, though you think you're great, but that's not how we're seeing you. That's why you're not ending up with the good girls. That's why you're not ending up with the quality, right? You just see how it goes.
Yeah.
It sounds bad, but the quality gal that you're with for every now and then a little bit, they're just using you as an escapism. Because we don't need to give you our all. You don't require that.
Yeah.
Man think that they just do that to girl. Girl choose man like that too.
I'm glad you've actually said that, you know.
No,
it's like,
I know.
Man, don't think we got game in it. We got game in it. What are you saying? We're being played. Real talk.
It's just that the women's style is different, and it takes men long to see.
Yeah.
And there's other ways there's other games, but I'm just gonna keep that one.
Yeah.
Simple. So that's why I was attracting them. Well, we were attracting each other.
Yeah. Trauma bonding, would you say?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah. You know, so it's just all gameplay.
Yeah. But a lot of females, like, not a lot of females, actually, I'll take that back. Some females have a phase in their life and they'll be like, that was just my messy behavior stage. Like, you know, so I was just being messy. You hear girls say that, like, I was just being messy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But do you think that's a woman reacting to just not being loved enough?
So you've got where, let's say the woman hasn't been, she's gone through some things and maybe she no longer wants to deal with that. And so she's gathered the best way to not have to deal with that is hold a piece of my heart away and just keep it light.
Yeah.
Now, when you keep it light, that's when it ends messy. Because if it's light, there's no commitment. So you're going to be light with him and then it gets messy. Now you're in your messy era.
You just made that make so sense. What, go on.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when a woman does that, the best bet is for her to pause, like what I said. When you end up in a messy area, it's because you didn't pause. What you did was, I tried to do a commitment thing here. It didn't work, but I don't want to be alone. So instead of being outright alone and pausing, I'm just going to go and find a joke boy and play about with him a bit.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done with the joke boy, I'm going to try and get serious again with a serious guy. Fingers crossed it works when you go back to the seriousness, but when you haven't paused to sort out all the things you've picked up from the joke boy and the commitment, and you try and get with a new serious guy, it can get a bit techie because you've never paused. You just bounced.
Yeah. I see that a lot. I feel like there's a lot of women that come out of a relationship, agree with me, disagree with me, agree with me, whatever. But I feel like a lot of women come out of a relationship, a year relationship, 6 months, even 2 years relationship, and they can't stand just being single and enjoying their life.
Yeah.
It's like they want to get back in another relationship.
Yeah.
So you'd be speaking to a girl and she'd be telling you, like, I just want to be in a relationship. And when was your last relationship? I just come out of one like a couple of months ago. So why do you want to get in another relationship? Chill.
Yeah. And you know what? Some of them is proper relationship. Some of them were not. Some of them were just some extended linking thing that eventually fizzled out because that's just how it goes. I heard that when you're linking, I don't know how true this is, but I heard when you're linking and having a sexual relationship, you can do about 11 link up, like 11 sessions, and after that, that's when the fizzle starts to go. So that's why it's a few months.
I feel like it's easier for a guy, like for example, if man's got a bare girl on my thingy, you get me? Like it's calm, innit? I told the man them, man's got Tanisha, Chantal, Rianne, this and that. Do you feel like there's a big stigma for a girl to just be like, I'm linking John, I'm linking David, I'm linking I linked a couple of them this month.
Yeah, there is. Even if a girl says, I'm just talking to two guys, even her friends would be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and that's the issue. Yeah, they're not trying to pause. They're just trying to go next. Don't want to be alone, basically. Don't want to be
that's
alone.
What it is.
Just don't want to be. So that's what saved me. I got to a point where it got so messy for me. I had about 2-3 guys number
onto you.
Yeah, and I was just like, then one time I was laying in my bed. I was like, I kind of don't really like any of them. One of them's not even really my type, so how did we get here? And I was like, nah. So then I just cut them all off. So I said to myself, you're in this situation because you're not pausing and you desperately don't want to be alone. So I said, I'm going to jump out my comfort zone and jump right into the fire, and I'm going to be alone. So I had no passer with any of them. I could have kept linking whoever I wanted, but I just decided, knowing I had nobody next. Usually you want to transition. You're like, I'm moving on to that. No, I have no one else to go to, but I just want to be. So I gave up the dream of love. I said, I don't mind, because around them times I would have been about 26. So I said to myself, I don't mind if I don't get married till I'm 40. I don't mind if I don't have a child till very late. Because usually people are trying to chase to meet certain numbers. But at that moment in my bed, I just let go of it. And shortly after, I found myself in what I will say a better relation than what I was getting before. But I just had to pause and just be like, yo.
So obviously, you're in a good relationship now. You said that you was married.
Yeah.
You are married?
Yeah.
How long you been married for?
So we've been together for 6 years. We've been together for 6 years, and I'm guessing you just want me to roll with this.
I'm here to listen.
We've been together for 6 years, got our baby boy now. And how did we get there?
Did he ground you? Does he ground you?
He helps me to be grounded in the sense that he is a form of a responsibility to me.
Okay.
What do I mean by that? Our relationship I have a responsibility in our relationship. So for me to carry out my responsibilities, there's do's and there's don'ts.
Yeah.
And doing the do's and not doing the don'ts makes me grounded in that sense.
Yeah.
So this is the key point. Remember, I had a pause. I finally put my sword down before I met him. So the grounded started from there. You know what I mean? I got rid of all the jumping and I got grounded. Yeah. And that's why I was even able to notice that something decent's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vision was clear.
The vision was a bit clearer because I knew what I didn't want and what I did want. Yeah. I also knew that what I kind of needed may not be what I've wanted, but I knew I kind of needed it. He helped me see that more, I'll be honest. Yeah. I'll say that's where his strength was. I was like, all right.
So now you're a wife and a mother.
Yeah.
What are those challenges and how do you deal with them?
So, being a wife with my backstory, the challenges are they've died down now because I've grown into it and all that. But sometimes, you know, you just think, put on my trainers. You get me? Put on my trainers, go and dance a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100.
Go and dance a little bit. Sometimes you think, was I really ready for this? Is this me? You know, thoughts, you have to battle with thoughts. But you always just got to talk to yourself and remember. Remember, that's what I say. Remember why. Yeah.
Remember why you started.
Remember why you started. Remember what it was like in the beginning. Remember. But also, you then have to tell yourself, you got a duty. You got a duty of care. Right? You got a duty of care.
Yeah.
It's beyond you. Marriage brings out the person in you that God wants you to be. But you probably never thought you could be that. That's why God says, go and find it.
Yeah, 100.
I haven't shown it to you in the mirror. You don't even know it's in you. But marriage is going to make you find it.
Go find it.
Yeah,
100.
you have to. To be married, you better go and find that bit that God put in you. Because it's loyalty, commitment, patience, all these things. We don't want to do that. It's just do you know what I mean? Because all those things, they're nice words on their own.
Yeah,
but once they turn into an action word, they're the hardest things ever. Patience, that's a pretty word.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it, it's not pretty. It's not, whenever you need patience, it's usually in a difficult situation. It's never in a you don't need it for good situations. You know what I'm saying? But then what's beautiful is when you go through those processes and you build those muscles, you just feel so proud of yourself. That's one thing I will say I like about a challenging relationship or going through relationship challenges.
Yeah.
They are a headache. Sometimes you just think, ugh, I'd rather be alone.
Yeah.
But when you grow through them and you look back, you're very proud of yourself that you never gave up.
100.
You're proud of yourself that you worked it through. You start you start seeing the way you've changed and you've developed. You thought, back in the day, I would have did this and did that, you know, but that last argument, I actually did this and did that. You start feeling proud.
Yeah, 100.
So the things that make you proud in marriage is different from when it's just you in your day-to-day life. Like you said, it's more bedrooms, clothes, money. That's the thing you like when you're single. But when you're in a family, there's the fruits of the spirits is what make you proud. Yeah. But you can only get that through going through the fire. Yeah. And one thing I'll say as well with like marriage and relationship and all that, there's times where you sit down, you look in the sky and you say to God, I'm so thankful I'm not alone. There's times you think, I'm so thankful I have somebody.
100.
You don't get those times a lot, which is a shame. It'll be nice to have them more because it'll make you feel a bit easier.
No,
but when they come, you think, thank God. You know, thank God. We're not built to be alone.
We're not built to be alone. I mean, being alone, born alone, die alone.
Yeah.
But we're not born to be alone.
But we're not born to be alone. That's why we don't come alone. You have to come for your mum.
Yeah.
You have to. There's no other way.
Yeah.
There's no other way. So, unity, connection, all them things there.
What was your rock bottom moment? That moment you looked in the mirror and you said to yourself, I can't live like this anymore.
I would say my rock bottom moment, it was the time when I said, nah, I can't be messing with these guys. And also when my speech was going. Okay, sorry. That was around the time, but the actual probably rock bottom moment was when a police bully van pulled up on me. And I had like 8 police officers jump out, surround my car.
Why are they onto you?
So, they never told me why they were onto me, but I feel like I was being watched. So when I had gone to the spot that I've been being watched in, whether they like, okay, cool, she's there, let's go. So the thing is, it's weird because I could feel, I knew something was about to happen. I didn't know what. So my back was a bit up. I was in the car. So when I see them turn the corner, I said, yeah, I knew something. I didn't think it was going to be police.
Yeah.
But my spirit was that something's going to happen. So I either move or just let it be. But I was so rock bottom. I was like, whatever's going to happen, let's see, innit? So I'm just chilling in my car. Then I see the bully van come. So I just surrendered. I was just like, okay, cool.
Did you get nicked?
I didn't get nicked. So now this is where, so they've come to the car and I'm not even, it's so weird. There wasn't any words.
Yeah.
I've just jumped out my car. They're going through my car, looking through my car. We're not really talking with each other. It's just murmuring like, it's so weird. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
And they didn't really say anything to me. Gave me some paper, just jumped back in their bully van.
Spun off.
Yeah. They just looked at me like, you know what? We've seen all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And we can tell that you're cool. You're just doing the best you can. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And they looked at me like we're just doing what we're said to do. Like, do you get me? Just go back your business.
So that weren't your OT days. That weren't your crunch days when they spun you.
That wasn't my crunch days. No, that was right like in Enfield. So these were the days where what my lifestyle looked like these times. Yeah, it weren't good. I'll wake up. I'll drive to this spot. Well, not immediately, but like, so basically I will sleep very late, like 3 a.m. Wake up late. Hardly was eating. I'll drive to this spot, bill up, have my zoot, chill, come back, barely eat, whatever. Just so I wasn't living a good life. I wasn't living a healthy life. So that was all that rock bottom type of time. But yeah, just thinking like, yeah, just having that encounter with the police was just like, nah.
Did you, growing up in Tottenham farm block, did you have that like ride or die mentality?
Funny enough, not really, you know. Like with Mandem or something. Like,
Mandem, friends, you know, like it's cool, innit? It's in you, innit?
Yeah, no, I did. Now you've widened it above back because it wasn't really with man. Yeah, but in general, and that still is in our blood. Yeah, it is. It is engraved in us. Obviously, you're not gonna do something stupid in that. You're rather gonna talk to your people. Then now we're gonna talk to each other. Say, yo, think about it. But I think if push came to shove, it would almost be a reflex action just to do something for your friend in that. But I remember, I can't remember what age I was, but I was young, like less than 10 years old or whatever. And like our older cousins, they used to like get me and my other cousin, she's also another girl, and they used to tell us, oh, you need to know how to fight, you know. So they would teach us and they'd be like, come on, you two need to fight. We never really know. No offense to her, but I just knew if I go for her, I'm gonna mash her up. So I never really went in, you get me? But I took in their message, which was, you gotta be on it. So they used to drill that in our head, you gotta be on it, you gotta be on it.
Yeah.
You know, so that kind of breeded that mentality in us a bit. Yeah, but I never really got into too much. Have a few scraps here, there, but nothing major. But yeah, being there for a friend, doing a little something, yes, that's them things do happen. But then you got the limits, like, so there's in 10 Ways I Ruined My Life, I think part 5, where I talk about sleeping on the street to go and visit a guy who was in jail, etc. A point came where that guy was like, yo, can you bring in something for me? And I was like, what? No way. So I've always had my limits. Like I'm not that type of ride or die girl. No way. And for me, what gave me them good limits was my upbringing. So like I said, yeah, I've got room for badness, but my dad's raised me, my family shaped in a way where whether my mum and dad's watching me or not, or they're there or they're not, we know in our souls where that line is. Not for our parents, for ourselves. We know go in jail for that. Not you know, African men, not in our family. We have our version where we done not in my family. And I'm not doing that. No way. Yeah, we got that. So when he said that, another thing I've realized, when a guy asks me for something in a certain way, like when they ask me for something that hits a certain degree, I know that you're not really for me, and I'll cut you off. So when he asks me that, just how you gonna ask me that? How dare you? Do you know the risk involved for me? But he was like, I guess that he is in jail. So I can't weigh up my rationality with his because that's not that dangerous. Because he's like, it's not that bad. I was bringing it in. I'm sure you had to do it. You just wrap it like this. You get me? He goes to me, put a bit of pepper on it because the dogs don't like it, so they won't sit. Giving me all that. I'm like, lad, I'm not putting pepper. No. So at that point, I did realise what he's asked me to do is risky, but it's not with that mentality of that level of disrespect because he literally thinks it's nothing. But still, I was like, so much. He went in the bin.
Obviously, I've been there, innit? I've been there on the wing. I've been there in jail so I know how it can get.
You know, so you know what you can hear him talking.
Yeah, I know how it can get, but I can guarantee you, he definitely respects you. I know it's mad to say, but he's in a desperate situation.
Yeah, he's in a desperate situation.
And when you're in a desperate situation, and you've got no one there essentially. Imagine like no one's even sending you money and things like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So your help to him, could be like the maddest.
Yeah.
I know it's illegal.
I'm gonna cut you 1 minute, Go on. I used to send him money.
Yeah.
I think I'd spoiled him because them days I had peas. So I'm sending like 2 bills a week.
I'm done
easy.
then. I was trying to defend the man them. I'm done.
No.
I was trying to defend the man them. I'm done. I tried.
He was spoiled because our one was just even more than linkage. We were friends. He was spoiled. And I had surplus then. So it wasn't nothing to me. I was like, But, and so that's why to hear that, I was just like, you know. He gave himself up in that way, not unintentionally, but he showed, So, it is what it is. But even with him, there was some other bits and bobs that I did do for him. Yeah. So I'm not going to go, but like I'm saying, there's just levels to it. I'm thinking, no, so I can join you in here. Then who's going to send us money? You know what I mean? Who's going to send us money? If I join you, bro, I'm feeding you and your family. I'm not joining you.
Don't kill me.
So man.
Yeah, I want to talk about your dad a bit more because he seems like he's been a real pillar in your life. Like, do you know what I'm saying? From a young girl, he's always advised you more than your mum, if you like. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just want to know a bit more about him. Like, where do you think he gets that kind of level of encouragement for his daughter from?
So my dad, he's also gone through a lot. So. Yeah, one thing, right, I'll say about my parents. Both of them. So my dad's got a few siblings. My mum's got a few siblings. But my dad, out of all his siblings, is the one who had this very different life compared to them.
Yeah.
My mum as well.
Yeah.
And then it's like these 2 siblings who are different from their rest, or different lifestyle, different opportunity, now met. And then they breed us. You hear me? The incredible 7 or whatever, they bring us to the world. So I'm just an extension of them. So I feel like my dad sees me exactly for who I am because I am him. Yeah. And so is my mom. So instead of him literally putting a pillow over my face and just be like, he knows I better guide her because I know what this is about more than even she does. Because I've been there and I'm out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm watching my daughter go through certain things. So that's probably what brings out the more guiding part of him.
Yeah.
And I feel like a part of me can sense it. That's why I kind of also listen.
Yeah.
But it's natural to go through rebellious phases. So not every child is rebellious. Every child is different. But for me, that's just part of my story.
Yeah, 100.
Luckily for me, I had parents who helped me through it and didn't just, Do you know what I'm saying? So I will say that comes from the experiences my parents have had. The opportunity they are now living in, meeting each other and the life they've built for themselves, So I'll say that's where it comes from. My dad lost his mum when he was very young, so once again, that's something I'll never understand because I've had my mum till now.
100.
But I can only imagine what that would be like for him. So he's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
I always say I know my dad, but I can never truly understand him fully.
Yeah.
Him and my mum, because their dynamics is completely different. Remember, I'm born here, they were born in a different country. Then they've come here, lived, you know what I'm saying? So we're all trying.
I'm sure there's a lot of things that as parents, they probably don't even want to expose you to anyway.
Listen, that's what I was going to say. I know my dad, but I don't know my dad. But I just thought that was harsh. That's why I said I didn't understand. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure, like, but if you think about it now, okay, I've done 10 ways I ruin my life. Also for my son to know the reality of life. And if he goes through any challenges, I'm not here. If he picks up, he can hear my story. And if he notices any patterns like, yo, my mum struggled with this. So my mum went through that. He's got it logged on. So my son is one of the many of children who's going to know about his mum before he was born. But a lot of us, that life in the bin, we'll never know what our parents, like that part of them. You just know me from the day you were born and that's that. And we're fine with that. Like, that's all I know. That's what I'm used to. Do you get what I mean? So, but I find so much power in knowing a person's story, especially your parents. It helps with self-identity. It helps with self-esteem. It's not always easy to hear and nice to hear, but I think it's one of the most powerful things. That so every now and then, I don't like putting too much pressure on my parents because it is, you get me. But every now and then, I do throw a little question like, "Oh, Dad, what was your life like? This, Mum, when
they just brush it off, innit?
Well, luckily they don't.
That's good.
Luckily they don't. One or two times, let me not paint it. So sometimes you get a little, and so I back off, but I still keep asking. I still ask every now and then. Or you might get more of a faint answer. You know what I want to know. You know what I'm trying to ask, 100, but they'll just give me a little something, and I have to respect their privacy too.
Are your parents religious?
Yeah, my dad's a pastor, so he's religious. My mum's religious. They run a church. Yeah, they love God, Jesus to be specific. But I will say that they have morphed with us as we've also grown.
Yeah, because it's different.
Because it's different.
100.
It's changed. So probably religious and strict, I wouldn't associate with that with them anymore because, you know, as your children go, so they've kind of grown with us and eased off and stuff. But when we were younger, when they had utter control over us, they were not brutal, but religious and you know, we're going to church 4 days a week, 3 days a week. You're going Sunday school, you're going praise and worship, we're a choir rehearsal. So that was a big part of our lives. And I think they know and understand that. That's why as we grow, and if we want to step back a bit and find ourselves, they would love for us to still to be doing the thing, but they deep down they know they've committed.
Times have changed.
Yeah, and you've set the foundation, right? You've set the foundation, so now it's time to let the tree grow. You can't also control the growth of the tree. You can only sow the seed. So my parents have sowed the best seeds that they can, and now it's in God we trust.
Let's talk about your dad's friend. Done one of the boldest confessions. What was that about?
What was that about? Good question. I'm trying to think how that even came about, you know. Okay, so I'm going to dodge some of the details because it will make it clear who the person is. And that still hasn't really fully been disclosed. But, do you know, I probably made it sound... I made it sound worse when I was like, my dad's friend. But he is an associate of my dad. But it's not like... I met him through my dad, but not directly through my dad. So it's not like my dad's like, oh, it's my friend. And then what happened is we've gone on some sort of like training course. And so that's where I've actually initially met him. So it's like, oh, nice guy. He's looking at me, nice girl.
Same age?
No, a little bit older than me. But not, we're still within range, but a little bit older than me, But then I come to realise, oh, he knows my dad more than
before. Just
in the same room, like they're having a bit of a discussion. And then they're even working on now something. So it's starting to grow more, you know what I'm saying? Whereas I just saw you in a room and we connect. But what happened is, well, I'll be honest, when I first saw him in this little cohort, it wasn't that whole thing of, oh, you look nice, I'm attracted to you. It was just like, hi, we're all here as a group of friends. But as the attraction grew, also the relationship with my dad was growing. So it was kind of like at the same time. Yeah. So it wasn't like my dad's friend, long time friend over there, and then me and him have gone round the corner. It was a little bit more innocent than that. But the reason why I titled it like that and I expressed it like that, because there was a time where it's my dad sitting there, I'm sitting here, and he's sitting there.
Mad.
And so now we've got to that point. You understand? Mad. And by this time, you get me, we've been jiggy. So it's just like...
Did your dad know?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Because my dad, he's a watcher. And he will only talk at a certain time. So you will never know what he really knows and what he doesn't know. But to my knowledge, no. But also with my... I don't know, man. I can't... It's hard to say. It's hard to say, you know? It's hard to say. So one thing that tells me my dad might have known is my dad's personality. Because my dad's always told me, Rebecca, I always see things. Even if like I wasn't supposed to ever, I end up seeing it. It just happens. So he might have seen something that he's thinking, okay. But shortly after that or around that time, my dad gave me a book. And the book was basically about women in like leadership and men having to manage men. So I don't know if that was his way of saying, I can't sit here and talk to you because I just can't. But read this book. I never did. If I did, it probably would have saved me. But that's why I say my videos is for parents too, because I talk about this story. And I'm saying that if my dad found the words, it would have penetrated more and I would have taken it on more. A book, I've got to go through all those pages to hear that. I don't know where that book is. I wish I could find it now.
Do you think if your dad found out about this relationship with this man, it would have hurt him?
It would have hurt him in the sense of like more of shock, like, really? But it wouldn't have broken him or nothing because the guy wasn't his buddy. Like there's some friends that, oh, if my dad hears that, like...
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it will break his heart, but not that guy. Not that guy, no. My dad would probably even be like...
Yeah.
Why him? Like, what?
Did
it have to be him? Because I've got someone, you know. Yeah, my dad would have been like that. He'd be like, oh my God, not him. But yeah, other than that. Yeah.
You call yourself Riva Da Diva. Where did that name come from? And is there a version of you that no one's met yet?
So, there was a time where my dad, go back to my dad, he was preaching a sermon. And he was talking about the power of your name. And knowing your name and all these stuff. So one time I was at uni. By this time, I'm starting to calm down. I'm getting a bit more mature. I'm taking uni more serious. So I'm in my room. Hence, so now I'm doing research on my name. So now you can see how serious I'm getting now. Before it was, now I'm in my room doing research about my name. So as I'm doing research about my name, I've come across the name Riva, which means Rebecca in Hebrew. So I'm like, oh, I like that. So that's how I picked up the Riva. Because I didn't think I needed a new name. I was just doing research on my own name because of what that sermon came into my head. And it's now brought me to this name, which I like the sound of. So then what happened? Some time later, a gentleman got in touch with me and he wanted to work on something with me and whatever, etc., etc. And then I don't know what it was, but then I texted him saying Riva Da Diva, but it was RIVA, THE, Diva. But he's into like some sort of creative thingy, Bob. So then he sent me this thing back and he's the one who created a D-A-D-D and he made something. And I was like, oh. And that's how, I need to find him again. If you're watching this, bro, hit me up. Yeah. And that's how that style Riva Da Diva came about through. Yeah. I remember that day. I was on the train going somewhere. Something media related again. And he was like, boom, what about this? And I was like, ooh.
And it just stuck since.
And it stuck.
You mentioned self-destruction being a sign of deeper issues. How do you recognize those signs?
So the first ever time I had some sort of just a little wake-up call. I remember it was a Sunday. And I was lying in my bed. It always happens when I'm lying in my bed. Lying in my bed. And something had happened with one guy that I was seeing. So for the first time, I lay down in my bed. I said, yo, babes. Like, this was the first time I was using this type of language. But I said to myself, like, Ra, have you got some like self-worth issues or something? Now that language, them type of convos is very new to me. I've never really heard it before. But I must have heard it somewhere enough for me to use it at that time when I was trying to. So I was like, what is, have I got self-esteem? I don't really know what that self-esteem thing is. I need to look in it more. But something's telling me I might have some issues around this area because the situation that's happening with this guy, like, you have to have some self-worth because this can't be me. So that was the first time I started having that type of convo with myself. And then it just continued from there. I just started doing a bit more self-reflection and, asking myself certain questions. I mean, I wasn't getting good answers because it's just with me. When you're using the same mind that's a bit fragmented to work out a problem, you don't really get that far. But I had started at least a convo, and that's where, so there was another time I wasn't even seeing him, but we were just chatting. And I remember him, I think I messaged him or whatever. He wasn't really responding or not as promptly. And so I kind of messaged him again, like, and then I remember him messaging me back saying, like, Ra, you're paro, aren't you? So he used that word. And then that made me look into myself again. I was like, maybe I'm a bit, because like, Ra, why am I pestering you? Why am I on your, he was like, yo, calm down, like, what?
Too onto him.
Yeah, too onto him. And so all these little experiences started making me look at myself a bit more. And then one day I just started enjoying looking at myself. I started to find it fun.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing my husband says. He goes, I've never met anybody who works on themselves as much as you. Like, he's like, rah. And that gassed me up too.
Yeah.
Okay? And so that's what I was saying, like, me sharing my stories, I love doing that.
Yeah.
Some people think like, for me, I'm like, bring it on.
But they're not just stories, are they? It's like you kind of own your mistakes as well at the same time.
Yeah.
Why is accountability your love language now?
Accountability is my love language now because it makes me feel free. When secrets burden you, and I've come to realize I'm allowed to be free. I don't owe nobody nothing.
Yeah.
Not even my parents.
Yeah.
Once you like wake up to that, it really sets you free.
Yeah.
So I was just like, right, this is freeing. And I'm addicted to being free because I've always wanted to be free. But I've always had to kind of do it through rebellion because I've been constrained.
Yeah.
So, but when I got tired of the rebellion thing, when I realized, no, hold on, you only have to rebel when you think you owe someone something. So you kind of got to do things behind their back and do it in a dodgy way. But actually, I don't owe nobody nothing. I can be free for free.
Yeah.
So that's it. That was it. Yeah. And then I started falling in love with that.
No, that's a good way to fall in love in something, is accepting accountability is also like knowing when you're in the wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also saying, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not the best, but I can try and be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's always good to take accountability.
Yeah.
You know, so
Big
I respect
time.
that.
Yeah, big time.
What's one ugly truth about yourself you had to face in order to become the woman you are today?
An ugly truth about myself. I will say that I'm not, like I said, I'm going to use the word confident, but that encompasses the whole self-worth, self-thing. I'm not as confident as I think I am. I do have insecurities. I do have like weak points. I do have vulnerabilities. And I had to finally be like, because the thing is, a lot of my life, like I said, I never had the language for it. So I just used to go about my business. And then obviously you're from farm block, so you got a little bit of that extra thick skin. So you're just like getting on with it. And then everyone around me like praises me. It's like, yo, you're good, you're doing your thing, you're fast. My parents tell me, yeah, you're fast, you're strong. You know, my mum counts on me for certain things. So all that is just building up my confidence, but more on a surface level. I've never addressed, deep root confidence. So I've been just living off that. But then the time came, I realized, no, hold on, you got that type of confidence, but you ain't got the real one. And so it hit me. I had to realize, whoa, actually, I haven't got that one. You know, I need to work on that. So I decided to start from the ground up.
And talking about starting from the ground up, why did you take a break from BkChat? What made you take that break?
So I'd done a few seasons, and then I think the final season I was on, by that time I've met my husband. So we started traveling. So we're driving around Europe and, you know, so I wasn't on as many episodes. So that's kind of what started my transition out of BkChat a bit. And then when I finished BkChat, yes, I went quiet on social media and all that. And it's because it was just that time for reflection.
What did that moment teach you between like internet friends and like real allies?
So the internet friends, it's a burst of excitement. It's energetic. It's real in its own way. It's just not for the long run. So it doesn't make it bad, but you just got to use it at the time. But just know that it's not forevermore. Because it's based on something. So once that ends, that will end. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, proper, genuine friendships, they're ongoing. You know, like there's friends that I've met from uni that are my friends till today. But there's friends that I met via BkChat that are not my friends today. So that's the difference. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean they were not pure in their own right when they happened. You know what I'm saying? So you just, appreciate it for what it is at the time.
What's one thing you wish the BkChat audience knew about you that they never saw?
What I wish they knew about me that they never saw. I think I'm going to go with a cliche answer and say nothing really. Because they saw me say what I felt I had to say. They saw some of my bad sides too, because there was times where I spazzed out. So they saw that. So they know I'm not an angel. They heard a bit of my stories in BkChat. I didn't say much, but they've got the full-fledged now. And I used to do a bit of music, and I did a little bit back then, not much. It's something I want to bring back out. So I would say they've seen all the bits. And that I want them to see anyway.
And if BkChat asked you to come back now,
would I go?
Would you go?
I would only go if it depending on the cast. And when I say depending on the cast, not like other people that would just go for an audition. I mean like certain household names. So let's say if like Skepta was on the panel, a member from 6'7" was on the panel, Eddie Abu's daughter, she seems spicy on the panel. Like different, because hearing that panel alone is a very diverse panel.
100%.
But it would have, if it was something mad like that, so that just certain people on the panel, Potter on the panel, I can think of different names. So many people.
100.
That it's just like, imagine sitting with them nines on the panel.
And you'll be more like mature now, innit? You know
what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Imagine that.
Riva,
oh my God, I don't want to think about. I'm getting lightheaded.
What would Riva today do differently than Riva that we saw before?
I would give very, 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 very real advice. I'll give the most honest advice.
Meaning advice.
Sorry?
Like meaning, like advice that is meaningful to the person.
Yeah, I wouldn't sugarcoat nothing. Because sometimes in BkChat, even though people are like, oh yeah, she's real, sometimes I would have to hold back a bit and say, I'm not going to say that, but I'm just going to word it lightly and say this. But that's why the panel matters to me, because a certain type of panel will give me that room to be like, okay, guys, hear what I'm saying now. You ask me the question, let me tell you the answer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it will look like now.
I think you've been through a lot. like, do you know what I'm saying? For a female, I don't want to say for a female, because human beings are human beings. Do you know what I'm saying? But you know, like, you always think females should be wrapped in cotton wool, like, be more sensitive to other things.
I want to say something about that. Yeah. And so this is what I mean when I say if I'm on BkChat and I would give honest, real advice. To that response, this is what I would say. I feel like we've been programmed and that way, as in woman wrapped up on the side, support with the home, blah, blah. But I'm coming to realize slowly but surely, that us women, we are supposed to do more. What do I mean? I feel like we are supposed to help our men much more than we do. Not because we don't want to, but it's because we've been programmed a bit to take the soft approach. But I feel like our men need us more and in different ways than we think.
100.
They need us more than the soft way we've been told to give ourselves to them.
100.
So, for example, a man might go out and work and he's got money and he's contributing and we're contributing too. But I feel like we can take control of the books. Because sometimes I feel like the men have a lot to think about.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot to think about.
Definitely.
And I feel like, to be honest, the stuff that he's got to think about and do, we can actually do better. So let him do that, whatever the hands bit, a little bit of the mind bit, leave the rest to us. And I feel that's why sometimes women, you know, we're kind of marked as, a bit emotional, a bit crazy, a bit wild.
Yeah.
It's because the power that we genuinely have, it's not being used, it's not being channeled properly. It's too bent up in us. So it makes our, spiritually, mentally, we're fragile. Because we've got so much spiritual, mental power to take our families, our children, our husbands to like next levels, but it's not used. Number one, we don't know how to. Number two, we're told no one tells us not to use it, but how they tell us to use it is not the right way.
Yeah.
So we're sitting on so much energy, it's just too much for us. So any little thing we're complaining, any little thing we're snapping, it's really because we need a bit more control. And so that's why sometimes men are like, they're a bit controlling. You're right, we are, but it's being channeled in such a wrong way. It's coming out misfired.
Yeah.
If I take that and I say I'm going to govern this house and line things up, we're going to next heights. But that's not the way they kind of preach the family setting. Do you understand?
100.
So the women are sitting at home with the babies, which is nice for a bit. But there's too much energy in us to be sitting at home for too long. It doesn't mean neglect your baby, but you get me? Like,
so do you think that women need to, a lot of women want the soft life, you know what I'm saying? Do you think women need to get rid of that soft life and actually...
So that soft life thing's a scam. You want the soft life when you haven't got it.
100.
I'm telling you, when you get that soft life, you don't,
You don't even want it.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
Not that you don't want it. You don't want it as much as you think you do. You want a bit of it, and you definitely want it on the days when you need it. But it's not something you can live with day to day. What happens, it starts to eat your self-esteem again because you're basically useless. You're not doing nothing. So in the beginning, it's nice because you need to rest after having hard life for so long. So the woman needs about a year or two of chilling. But after that, men get confused because they think I'm giving her everything she wants. So why is she going crazy on me now? It's because she's not using the power in her. So it's building up too much tension. So now she's just in the house chatting rubbish, doing rubbish, spending too much money, having arguments, gossiping, doing everything that's unnecessary because it's not being properly. That's the time you two need to sit down and think, okay, let's make a plan.
Yeah.
Then you put her to it. Or she would even come up with that. And you see her. When you find a woman that's got a passion, you can't stop them.
Yeah.
You can't stop them. You're like, yo, calm down, my love. They're on it. They're on it.
Driven.
They're on it. They'll even push their children aside. Yeah. Every woman loves their child when it's, you know, we're just at home and we're living. But once she finds a passion, is that she will put her husband in his place, put the children, make sure they're good, and then she's off doing her thing. Sort yourselves out, I'll be back. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, girls need to kind of get into that. If not, you get lost in love, lost in relationship, lost in the babies. And and then it's a downhill from there. It's a downhill from there, man.
True, straight facts, man.
It's a downhill.
Let's talk about your motherhood, you know. Let's talk about your healing and let's talk about love. Becoming a mother after so much trauma, how did that transform your sense of self-worth?
So, once again, that's where my son saved me, because my son, I know everyone says this about their child, but that's why they're given to you. That's why your child's given to you, because they're precious to you. So my child, to me, is precious. He's amazing. He's wonderful. He's perfect. I'm just like, So a time came, I used to look at him and think, I made you. I was like, you came from me. I was like, how did I make such a amazing... So it forced me to start talking better to myself. That, lad, you think your son will be this great if you weren't? So I had no choice but to start building up my self-esteem.
I'm with you.
I had to.
I'm with you.
My son looked at me and was like, how can you not be great? Look at me, mum. You made me. So it just helped me. Same way, when I had him, 9 months, no weed, I had to tell myself, you can do it. So my son, once again, showed me, no, you are. You are great, mum, because I've come from you. Look at all the things I can do. Yeah. So he definitely helped boost that. Because I remember sitting on the sofa, building a zoo, about to get high, if not high already. And this was a certain phase of my life. It may have lasted about 3 months or so. And I used to just feel it in my head. You need to bring forth your child. That's when your life's going to go. If not, you're going to stay on this sofa with that zoo. Then I'll brush it off. But I always knew. I was like, when you have a child, you're going to go to the next. You're going to go to... I didn't know what it would look like. I didn't know it would be like this. But I just knew, and it used to like ring in my head, and I'll brush off. I'm not really ready for that. But then a time came, but I knew. I said, if you don't, you're not going nowhere. The only way you're rising is when you bring forth life.
Yeah, and that's when you go to the top.
And then brought forth life, and
where's your husband from? Like, what's his background?
So my husband is white British.
Okay.
Born in the country, from the country. So one funny thing is, you know, like you see white people, cool, white people, obviously everyone's got a little bit of a different accent if they're from North East. That's how I see it. But I remember when I met him, one time he said something. I was like, where are you from? Like, his accent sounded, I'm like, are you English? He's like, yeah, I'm just from a countryside, like a deep village. And I was like, right. So I came to realize that, right, little different spots can even have their own little accents.
100.
So yeah, that's where he's from. He's white British, but when you see him, people always think maybe he's like Scandinavian because he's got like this white, orangey, red type of hair. So there was like, oh, what? He's fully English. I'm like, yeah, he's British. English, so yeah, because you've got black British, different British. So that's where he's from. But obviously we met in the streets of London for a mutual friend. We didn't meet in his country. So we always say, like, what are the chances that we would have met? He's from Sticks, and I'm from, do you know what I mean? And the mutual friend that we met through, I had only known them for a short time. He had known them longer. But it was almost as if I just met that mutual friend and then met him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we met. And then obviously with him, because he's lives a different lifestyle, lived from a different culture, he got exposed to mine, I got exposed to his. And I think that's what we really, really liked.
Gelled on.
Yeah, we gelled on.
I was gonna say, being in an interracial relationship with someone that is not from your like neck of the wood, if you like. Like, how did he? How did he? How did you two end up gelling so well? You know.
So I always say, me and him are different but similar. So, and then the areas that we're different in complement each other. So I'm like into spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
He's into science. So though they're different, but they gel. So it makes us, because he's like, tell me a little bit more. And I'm like, yo, tell me a little bit more about your thing that, you get me, your physics thing or whatever. And he's like, tell me a little bit more about what you're on. So basically, me and him, it was our personalities, yeah, of like curiosity, edginess, uniqueness. Me and him both like that. So let's be honest, where he's from, getting with a girl like me, where I'm from, getting with a girl like him. We are those two characters. We're the only type of people that will kind of really do that in our circles. Okay, so now you do that, step one. Now your culture's different from anything I know. I want to indulge. Do you know what I'm saying? So he indulges in my culture, loves the food, cooks the food, whatever. Same with his. I'm like, lots of new things. I'm like, yo, tell me about that. What's that about? What, you lot do this, you lot do that. So I think me and him were just into a lot of that progressive type thing. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think healthy love has helped you heal?
Oh, big time. Big time. Because think about it, I'm a person that has been able to go from, love is a strong word. I wouldn't say I loved any of those people, but I've been able to go from toxic love, bad love, crooked love. I've gone through bad relationship and still had the balls to get into another. Do you understand? It's never stopped me. So imagine finding a healthier relationship, what that will do to me. If I can still stand strong in bad ones, yeah. So it was easy. Like, well, it was easy. It was easy. When I met him, it was easy. I was like, okay.
How did you know, like, he was the one, like, real love?
The controversial thing about relationships is, planned or unplanned, there's a lot of testing that happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you even have to keep an eye. If not, you'd be doing mad tests. You know what I mean? So we've been through some tests, and then you weigh it up in the fire. You can't just say, I like you, you like me, love. No, we got to put this through the fire.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even have to put it through the fire. Naturally, things will happen. That's the fire.
You got to be tested.
You have to be.
100.
And what I find, yeah, sometimes you need that for yourself to know how much am I actually really digging you. Sometimes it's not about them, sometimes I need to go to a fire to see where am I truly at with you. Like, am I really ramping with you? Yeah. Do I really have it for you? Yeah. Am I really ready to drop you on the blink of an eye, or would I go through some hurdles with you? Yeah. Sometimes you as yourself got to go through before you make that decision that, okay, I'm going to commit or not.
I'm with you.
So, yeah, we had to go through a bit of the fire before we said, okay, because it is weird, yeah. I hope this doesn't sound toxic and a bit mad, but there's a certain amount of hurdles and fire pits you go through first. That's probably when you then say, let's do the marriage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before that, it's too soon.
Yeah.
I want to know that once I sign, I'm not going to easily run.
Yeah. 100.
If I'm going to do any running, I'm going to do that before we sign. Because I want to know, did I have to run? When I ran, could we work through it? Did we get back together? Like, let's do the dirty stuff before. And then if we make it through that, then I know that, if we sign, we've got a higher chance of pushing through.
Because some people think healing is like soft and that, but healing has a lot of triumphs, a lot of ugliness to it as well. A lot up and down. Would you agree?
Healing is another pretty word, but when you listen to it, that means there's a wound involved. Healing only comes from wounds. Word. Can never happen if there's been no threat before, no danger before. So there's nothing soft about it at all. It's very... healing is feeling, innit?
Mm.
So you got to feel something. Yeah.
True.
You don't go scot-free. You got to go through it, definitely. Yeah, but I feel like human beings thrive off that.
Yeah.
We try to act like, oh, I don't want this, but there's something in us that loves a bit of pain. Yeah, it does. We need it. Yeah, when our lives get too boring, we start losing our minds.
Yeah.
We need it. We need the fire. Yeah, we do.
Your channel is full of deep emotional truths. Why do you choose to be so vulnerable?
Yeah, because I've learned that life is real through what I've gone through. So I know no matter what you show me or you don't show me, I know that your life's been wild too, because everyone's has been.
Yeah.
So I know that I don't need to pretend with you. You don't need to tell me your thing, but I know that I can tell you my thing because I know everyone's got deep dark secrets and everyone's got so I'm okay to be vulnerable because really and truly I'm not really being that vulnerable. It's not. I see vulnerability as in maybe I'm saying something that's like unheard of. No, I might be saying it. You've gone through it, you're just not saying it. But you know exactly what I mean. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying the words. I'm just putting it in words. Yeah.
Someone talking about it is also like a form of healing.
It
listening
is.
to it.
It
You know
is.
what
What when you listen to the story?
Yeah, you know when you listen to someone that's been through
Yeah.
the same thing that you've been through.
Exactly.
No one knows that you've
And
been through it.
yes, that was my next bit. That was the next bit. I'm like, someone's watching just thinking, oh.
What impact do you hope your story has on young girls out there still today, making the same choices that you used to make?
So, I hope that it just plants seeds in their mind. Because I know what it's like to hear advice, but it plants in your head. You don't necessarily follow it straight away because you're already in it. You're already in the trench at the time. So you're just going to have to write it out. But there's times where it pops up and you think, I remember when I heard Riva say that, you know. Or for example, a girl might say, Riva said this, that and that about one guy. I can't lie, the guy I'm seeing, he's done 2 out of those 3 things already. I'm going to keep my eye open. And then boom, he does the 3rd one. She's out. Whereas if she never saw my video, she wouldn't have even put 2 together. She would have just been rolling with him until he crashed and burnt.
Too late.
But after the video, she's thinking, hold on, I'm seeing some patterns here actually. So now her eyes are a bit wider. So that's why I'm sharing it, just to help people shine their eyes sooner.
No, it's good.
So that less damage is done.
No, it's good. Like a lot of girls nowadays are growing up around social media, around TikTok, Insta. You know, they want to be with the guys who are lit. You know what I'm saying? They want to be taken out. They want to be spoiled, bought nice things, but all those things are all good and that, but it doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a description of love. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's not a description of love.
It's just now, fun, you want it, you can have it.
Yeah.
And then I'm on to the next one.
On to the next. And then and what they end up doing is building up this backlog of continuous like heartbreak, trauma. That's where the issue. The guy, him going in there, that's not the issue. So after a while, you forget their names. You get me? They're not the problem. The problem is what stays. Is that backlog trauma, that pressure. So now, by the time you find your good guy, right, you're not even in the right mind to handle the situation. Because you're backed up, you're so traumatized, you're snapping, you're on the edge, you can't think straight. So now you're about to lose the good relationship. You already lost the bad one, thank God, but they've left you with these type of problems. So now the good guy's thinking, yo, you need to work on some stuff, girl. And so now you're losing the good guy. So that's where we pay the price.
Yeah.
That's where the price gets paid,
If you could go back to the younger self, a younger version of you, what advice would you tell her?
I'll tell her, everything I'm going to say to you right now, you're not going to understand. You won't really care about it.
Yeah.
Because you don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just giving you advice about the future.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you anyway. So that as you walk the road, some of what I'm going to say to you is going to start popping up in your mind. You're going to have it there to look back on. And then start, make better decisions based on that.
Yeah.
So that's what I would tell her.
Yeah.
I'll tell her, like, do the best you can, because time heals. So whatever you go through now, it will fade away. But there's a consequence for everything you do. So physically, it will fade away. The tears will fade away, but not the pain and not the thoughts. That you'll take to your grave with you. So know what you're doing when you do it.
What's been your proudest moment so far? As a survivor, as a mum, as Riva Da Diva?
My proudest moment as a survivor is maturing. Because maturing is a conscious decision. It doesn't just happen. You have to start talking to yourself in certain ways and changing certain things. So I'm happy that I look at myself now and think, right, like back in the day, you would do this and you did that, but look at you now. So I feel proud like that. Obviously, I feel proud as a mum. I've just explained, you know, what that's done for me. So I'm happy I made that happen, because I could have brushed that off. Like, no one can force me to have a baby. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
But me saying I'm going to take that sacrifice, take that journey and see what God's got planned for me on the other side, I'm proud I did it. And then as Riva Da Diva, her proudest moment is still yet to come. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah. Her proudest moment is still yet to come, yeah.
On that note, I want to give a big thank you for coming on here today, supporting GloTalks, for sharing your story. I think you're amazing, you know, growing up in, like, we're from the hood.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? From one hood to the other, south to north, do you know what I'm saying? Pain is pain, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't hold anyone, it can take anyone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And it's amazing that we have to go through all these things that we go through to find a better version of ourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What's your future plans moving forward with your content creating?
So I still want to keep up doing the videos. I actually want to do a few videos about men. Yeah, I know I've got a few about men, but they're more just about my stories with men.
Maybe we could have a part 2. Some men conference kind of.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I really do want to talk to men. Right? So that's like my next thing. By the grace of God, I want to bring out some music. I want to bring out my music again, because I've got some messages that I want to spread. Music in a music.
What style of music is that?
When I get asked that, you know, when you say style, like genre,
so, rap, singing, R&B.
Basically all three.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, yeah, basically all three. And with me, there's just so many. It just depends on what the beat brings out of me, and that. So it would be quite diverse. I can't lie. I would have different type of.
I mean, Farm Block is known for having a lot of musicians coming out of there.
There you go.
So I won't be surprised if,
that's it. There you go. Right there. You just put it out there. Exactly.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if you start dropping the tune.
Exactly. It's in our blood. It's in our blood. Yeah. It's in
Where can people find you?
So I'm on Instagram. It is private though. So I do have like a long list that I've got to go through and accept people, but I'm just being a little bit more thing. I've got to actually go through people's profile. But one day it's gonna come, I'm gonna go public, but I'm not ready for that now. But that's Riva Da Diva with 3 A's. Like the Diva's got 3 A's. Yeah. And then I'm on YouTube. Yeah. Riva Da Diva. RIVA DA and then DIVA. And yeah, that's my 2 spots right now. I am on TikTok. That's Riva Da Diva to type that in somewhere. It's not really that active, but I am there. And that's about it. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter now, but not yet anyway.
Well, I hope your story today resonates with a lot of women, a lot of girls, and maybe even some men might watch this and think, you know what, she's taught me something today.
Yeah, I hope so.
Riva, I want to give a big thank you again. And I hope that I see you again. I'm sure we'd even touch a fraction on your story. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure when the moment arises, you'll definitely be coming back here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you too, Glodi. Honestly, thank you for sharing your story and inspiring me to do so. So through you've helped me, and hopefully my story is going to help other people.
No, 100%.
So let's just keep doing what we do.
100.
Let's keep doing what we do.
Love.
Love.
Some people tell stories, others become the story. And today, Riva Da Diva gave us the kind of honesty that cuts deeper than gossip. Deeper than clout, she showed us what it means to own your shame, heal out loud, and still find the beauty in the broken parts. From pastor's daughter to pain survivor, from gangster's girl to glowing mother, she didn't die in the chaos, she gave birth to herself in it. If you've ever felt unworthy, unseen, or unloved, may her story remind you it's never too late to start again, and this time, do it for you. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got a lot more brilliant guests coming on. Don't mess up. This is GloTalks, where real stories inspire real change.